We're not. I mean,
What?
we're live now, but apparently I got a thing that we were live, but we're not. So.
Was it streaming that whole time? I shouldn't have said all those swear words.
You didn't. I need to tweet that we're live.
Live.
With Underwater Cities.
Oh, I don't have a notification that we're live yet.
Well, because there's no Twitch.
Is it YouTube only?
Yeah, I broke Twitch this morning. YouTube only. Because I broke Twitch.
Oh, well, yeah, the YouTube app says we're live. It just won't send me a notification ever because...
Okay, cool. What's a good we're live picture? I don't know. Maybe
like
the,
a proof
the
of life
OBS
picture.
Yeah.
screen. I don't know.
The robot assistant.
Oh, I don't see your it's live tweet.
I literally am still writing it.
Oh, you're
honey.
still writing it. Okay, it hasn't gone through yet.
No. Hi and welcome to our super professional stream. We're not.
All right.
Professional.
So it's going live soon.
It's live.
Okay.
We're,
No,
like,
I mean the tweet.
No, the tweet is as soon as I can stop talking to you. Oh, okay. There we go. I've sent it.
Here it is.
Okay. So, hello and welcome to tonight's stream. In the series known as Tiffany and Steve Don't Go to BGG-Con, so instead they decide to stream a game every night. Woohoo! At least one game. And John has joined us for this merry adventure tonight.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're playing Underwater Cities, designed by Vladimir Suchi, and published by Delicious Games, which is Vladimir's personal company.
Really?
Yeah, so he started it because he wanted full control over all of his stuff. And it's a family business. It's him and his wife and other members of his family helping him do that. So this is their first title.
Wow.
And we'll see if in the future just more of his stuff is just on this thing or if he'll still contract out. Who knows? Who knows? We'll find out. So I've already mentioned it, but not really. Twitch. We're not streaming on Twitch tonight because I broke it. I have been very upset. I have the Twitch chat open just in case I didn't break it, but I'm pretty confident I broke it. I have been really not a big fan of the fact that Twitch runs advertisements now before my content.
That's not cool.
And I specifically I'm not a Twitch affiliate. And I don't monetize
Glory to Rome?
No. I don't make money off of YouTube or Twitch. All of the support that I get from Ko-Fi.com, or people just supporting me directly through Patreon.com or Ko-Fi.com. And so I don't like ads at all, and I don't like that Twitch is running them, and I have literally no control over it. The only way I can stop those ads is I can't even stop them. I have to become a Twitch affiliate, and then I have to, and even then, I can't stop the ads, but you can stop the ads for yourself if you pay a subscriber fee. The majority of that subscriber fee goes to Twitch, and a very, very small part of it would go to me, which seems stupid, because I don't like ads, and you don't like ads, and if you're gonna pay $5 a month to watch my content ad-free, you could just do that on YouTube and give me the $5 directly on Patreon. And their cut is significantly smaller than Twitch's. It's like the reverse almost. So, I was trying to go into Twitch and figure out some settings and do some stuff, and in doing so, I reset the stream key, which is normally not a problem, but I use a service to dual stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, and that service's website is down.
Oh, no.
And I didn't know that until I had reset the key. So I contacted their customer support, and they were like, yeah, we're working on it, but it's still down. So it's functioning, which is why we're live. Like, their rebroadcasting systems work, but their actual, like, hosted website that has all the settings that people can change, that's down. So I'm glad it at least works mostly.
So it's like the bus works with the drivers asleep?
Kind of. No.
No.
It's like the buses are...
Yeah, you can't tell them where you're going.
Yeah, the buses are all running, they're all automated, and it's all going, but you can't change your route or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. You can't get off.
there you go.
There we go.
I think I saw this movie.
So we're playing Underwater Cities tonight, which is another one of the SN releases that we brought back. And this one is a card driven game. And we have it. Oh, I did do the correct number of these cards. I thought I had it. We have it set up already on the table because setup is kind of tedious. It's not super bad, but I wanted to get right to the teaching and playing. So, this is the board not quite set up. And I'm gonna reveal stuff as we teach because otherwise it's just a lot. So, first we're gonna determine turn order. Boop. Hey, John goes first. And then I'm assuming, do we put both people on that spot?
Second place goes
On bottom?
bottom, and third place goes on the
Three?
three.
Nice. Okay, so this thing on the board, which always looks like it's a card that's mis-skewed and I always want to fix it.
I only realized it was a phone after staring at it for a very long period of time.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I got an extra dollar. Oh, because I went there.
Yeah.
So, this is what determines turn order in the game. So, during the game, what's going to happen is we're going to play 10 rounds. They'll go pretty quick. The 10 rounds are in, over the course of 3 eras. And at the end of every era, our underwater cities, which is what we're building, will produce things. And we'll also have to feed the population of our underwater cities. Because what we're attempting to do is we are each a different company operating secret construction of underwater cities to try and find a solution to the fact that the surface of the earth is just too hot and it's melting and humans can't live there much longer. So we're like, cool, let's just build underwater cities and move there.
I love sci-fi.
Yeah. So, we're building the underwater cities. That means we have to build the cities themselves, which are these little plastic domes. And then we also have to build different factories or buildings that will support these cities, such as desalination plants, technology plants that will produce science or steel resources we can use to build more, or they'll produce kelp, which is a primary source of food, or they'll produce bioplasm, which is like a really cool something, apparently. So in addition to building our own cities and producing the goods for those, we also have connections to cities and structures still on land. And every player has different ones on the corner of their boards, their little tiles, they're random every game. And these are additional things you can build to them, to connect to them, to have additional things produced for you, in-game scoring conditions specific for each player, or even just like an instant bonus. So that's like the theme idea. The way that we do this is we're all going to have cards, and at the beginning of every turn, we're only going to have 3 cards in our hand, which is the hardest decision of your life, because there's no hand limit until the start of your turn. So at the start of your turn, you have to discard down to 3 cards, and then you're going to play one of those 3 cards. When you play a card, you're playing it to a slot on the board. There are, on the 3 and 4 player side, there are 15 slots. On the 1 or 2 player side, there are only 12 slots. But you pick a slot and you put your door hatch marker thing on the slot that you pick. So let's say, for example, I'm gonna pick this slot, and then you gain or do whatever that slot means in terms of the actions. So this slot would mean that I would get 2 steel plasmies, and a kelp. And that's just a resource token that I would take, and I would use those to help me do construction things to help improve my system. In addition, the card that I picked to play this turn, if the color of the card on the top matched the color of the location I selected, I get to also activate that card. So I get to, if the card is an instance, which means it has the little lightning bolt symbol, that means I just do or gain whatever it says. So in this case, I would gain an additional kelp. Then the card would be discarded. Certain cards have ongoing effects, and so if you play an ongoing effect card, you actually get it into your area, and it's going to be an ongoing effect for you for the rest of the game. Then there are action cards. Action cards have little A's on them, and you hold on to them, and throughout the game, when you go to a location that has an A spot on the board, it allows you to activate one of your activation cards. But you can only use each activation card once an era. So there's only 3 eras for the game, and they're kind of divided. The 10 rounds are divided evenly, more or less, between the 3 eras. So using action cards can be powerful, but limited. So, which is a little screwed up at first, but yeah. So that's the main mechanic. Is you play a card. If the color of the card matches the action spot that you're activating, you get the card. The only other type of card, there's 2 other types of cards. One is a production card. It just means that during the production phase at the end of an era, it'll produce whatever it says it produces. Then there is a in-game card. So there's certain cards in the game that will give you hold on to them until the end of the game, and then they'll give you points based on certain conditions at the end of the game. For the most part, most of the points that you are going to earn at the end of the game will come from in-game cards that you get and the cities that you've built. So you'll get, if you reach your in-game bonus tile at the top, you'll get in-game points for that, and every player's is different. You'll also gain points for any in-game cards you have, like I said. And then you'll gain points for each underwater city that you have built and the buildings that have been built around that underwater city. So for each city that you have built, if it is connected to your starting city, that means you would get 2 points. If it has a factory or a building attached to it, you get 3 points instead. If it has a second type of factory that's a different type, you would get 4 points. And if it had all 3 types of factories attached to it, you'd actually get 6 points. So, yeah. Otherwise, at the end of the game, we'll also convert any of our basic resources into money via a very simple 1-to-1 ratio. And then whoever has the most... and then it's $4 per point. So we sell all our money and buy points. And then whoever has the most points wins. So, that's the broad overview. There's some special cards out. So... one of the key ways to get in-game cards is there are these specialist cards in the center, or just special cards, and you only can gain them by going to the special action spot, and then you gain one, but when you play it, it has a cost associated with it, just to get it down, and you still have to play a color that matches, but all of these are different in-game bonuses or conditions, so there's that. In addition, we're playing with the government contracts variant, which is these 3 cards out here. So these are first come, first get 'em. Government contract conditional things that will give you points during the game. But of course, that'll help you. So for example, this one, you need to have one of everything upgraded. Because you can upgrade all of your buildings and your tunnels to make them produce better stuff. Then this one, for every... the first person to connect to 2 cities on the outskirts of their land will get kelp, farm, a single kelp, and 3 points. So that's pretty good. And then this one is the first person to build 3 of the special cities, which are maroon, they're off camera, will gain this card and some points. So yeah, those are the cards on the board. Let's see.
Are the starting mats... The starting mats are asymmetrical?
Yes. So each of us has this asymmetrical starting mat in regards to there are certain spots where when we build, we will gain something. And those are all a little different.
Okay.
They're all just in different places.
Yeah.
Well, because I have less than you both do.
You don't have less.
They're the same.
You have the same quantity.
Yeah.
So you have an extra, kelp, and then...
Yeah, but I don't have a science at all. Science is very powerful.
Ah, okay. So that's why. Oh, because your science is further away.
But I have more global.
Yeah. Tiffany's builds.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense.
I
don't have more of anything, but I have a science apparently closer.
He has one of everything in the...
Yeah, I have one of everything and then a close science.
And then 2 close. So let's talk about the actions, then we just get to it. So, action spots. There's technically 16 action spots because there's this guy right here. So, this one. When you go here, you get to use one of your action cards, and each of us starts with a single action card. It's our personal assistance. Mine, Steve pointed out, it's the guy that used to do Pimp My Ride.
I'm wearing a Rebel Alliance pilot outfit.
That's 100%, yeah.
It's 100% exhibit.
100% exhibit. So, I have exhibit as a personal assistant. There you go. Steve has I forget what you named him.
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah. Steve has a dolphin as his personal assistant. And John...
I have a robot.
You sound so sad about it.
No.
He kind of looks like a depressed robot.
Yeah, a little depressed.
He's serving you tea, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's serving me 11101010.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. With extra 1010.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this action spot, you get to do an action spot, action card. And then you also get a steel posse. This one, you can either build a tunnel or you can get a money, draw 2 cards, and remember you don't have to discard down until the end of till the start of your turn. And then you get to move up once on the global influence track. That's the cell phone. So we each have these counters, and when you move up them, this is what determines turn order for every round. Is whoever is further along the track, and if there's a tie, it's whoever's on top. When you move along the track, you gain whatever it is that you pass or like end your movement on. Mm-hmm. So that is that track. That's turn order. Then this spot right here, you get to build a city, and you get a kelp. And this is when we'll talk about this handy thing. In the game, there's this handy dandy guide thing. So this guide thing tells you what the cost of every type of structure is, right? So every different type of building is here. It basically costs what it will produce. Then you need tunnels. You need to build tunnels to connect all your cities. And then it tells you how much it costs to build cities and the special type of cities. And the special types of cities will produce you points at the end of every era, or during the production phase, I should say. Then this handy dandy chart also tells you what everything produces. So every base building will produce a basic good. And then you can upgrade all of your buildings and tunnels and they'll produce you better stuff. And if you have 2 upgraded buildings on a single city, you get even more awesomeness. So that's what this chart shows. It also has the breakdown of what the production era phase will be. And it just reminds you that you can always use one of these pinks, which is Bioplasma, I think. You can always use this as a wild for either steel plasty or kelp. So, yeah, that's a very handy thing. That
Autofocus keeps looking out about.
The other cool card that we have is each player has this, which is just a in-game scoring reminder card. So,
but it's in your player color, which is awesome.
That's
cool.
I wish the other side had other info, but there's a lot of info. So, so that is build a city, get a kelp. This is you build 2 desalination plates. You can build less, you can build none, you can build both. This is go up 2 on the global influence track. This is build 2 science laboratories. This is get 2 steel posse, get 1 kelp. Build a tunnel, build a city. 2 kelp farms, you can build those. This one, you get to do an action card. Then you gain a basic resource, which is either steel plasty, kelp, or $1. And then you also can get a science, you spend that, to upgrade. So you spend either $1, a kelp, or a steel posse, and a science to do an upgrade.
I think it's build and then immediately upgrade. That's what the arrow down is, build.
Oh, cool.
And then you upgrade.
So you pay the
cost.
You pay the cost and you get to upgrade it immediately.
Yep.
That's even better. This one is you get to build a city and then you get to build 1 building of a type. The building that you build does not have to be next to the city that you just built. There's a lot of rules on placement. We're just going to talk to them as we do it. Mm-hmm. This one, you get 2 science, or you can spend science to upgrade. This one, you get an action spot, and you get a specialist card. One thing I didn't talk about is there's a little deck of specialist cards, and the top one is always visible. These are specialist cards that can be endgame points. They can be boosted action things, boosted ongoing conditional things in the game. These are just like nicer, powerful cards. But they all will cost either 1 or 2 gold to play. So that's those. When you go to that spot, you can either take the top card, or you discard the top card underneath, draw 3 cards, pick 1. Discard the 2 you don't pick. This spot, build 2 tunnels. This spot, get 1 of each basic resource. And then over here, this is I have to discard a card, but there's no chance it'll match because it's a special blue spot. But I get to draw 2 cards and I get 2 money. So, yeah. Each player, or every spot can only have 1 player on it, and you usually roll player doors, and we have 3 player doors, because we're going to play 3 cards a turn, or a round.
Doesn't have as many people on it, though.
Oh, does it? Okay, cool.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
So there's not a little lock icon on it.
Hey, David. Hey, Vince. Hey, Ohaini. And Rivsong. Azine's stained glass is very different from Azul. We actually maybe enjoy it more. The player boards are randomly built, and they change during the game. So it's a lot harder to, like, math out what the draft will be. So, yeah. But we'll stream it sometime. We'll stream everything sometime.
Autofocus is... Yeah.
Collective?
Yeah, it's collective.
I don't see this problem. Did I get to 6? I think I did.
Yes, you did.
Okay, so, start of the game. We start with the Arrow 1 duck.
Yeah, it basically does every time you reach over it. Like,
Okay, I will fix it. Hey, Jonathan. That's the wrong thing. I don't even know the song I'm singing.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah, it
dang
goes
it.
down. Mm-hmm.
There's apparently a Twitch sings thing
Hi.
that I saw.
Yes, there is.
I don't know what it is, but apparently it involves Twitch and singing, although we're only streaming to YouTube. So.
Okay, so we each start the game with 6 cards. We have to discard down to 3. Thus begins the painful game
Very, very
of
tough
discarding.
choice.
A
good plan at the very beginning is to have one of each color.
Yeah, it gives you options.
Whoa!
You excited? We turned off autofocus.
I know.
It's an octopus.
You don't need to focus. It's an octopus with like a metal hat, and it's the
you're
biomech
looking
construction
at the
crew.
Yeah, I got it too.
Yeah, it's
Like, how can you beat that?
Don't beat him. Oh no, that's I guess what you're saying.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It reminds me. Oh, what was that? Gargantua on the Veriduous planet or whatever. The squid creatures that lived in the ocean. It's a good show.
Oh man, I want all these things.
I know.
Whoa! I got smuggling, motivational speech, and organize a conference. I feel like that's like a whole weekend activity there, right there.
You're giving away a lot, Mr. Kairos.
Do you know the cards well?
I do.
Oh.
Oh, I don't. I figured the only
We've played
organizing conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Organizing conference has a different. It's an action card, but
Yeah.
each one's different.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Smuggling is just.
Smuggling is different. You can smuggle for items too, but usually it's get money.
I feel like the only thing I can do to prevent my AP is just to play off the titles and hope the strategy falls into place.
Oh man.
There you go. I guess I'm going first. I need to decide first.
So are action cards gone forever when you use them?
No, they are basically tapped.
Instant cards.
Yes,
Instant cards.
they're gone forever. So I'm discarding those 3.
I'm discarding these 3.
Miniature Market is having a huge sale. Wait, are they selling this?
Or just in general?
It just says they just dropped 200.
Probably 200. That person drops.
Games.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're having a pre-Black Friday sale.
Or they dropped 200 on games.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
yeah. Anyway.
Oh, that's also your possibility.
But yeah, well, you were saying a tiny coaster park.
Coaster Park is on Miniature Market for like $12, and we've wanted to just get it to play it as like a toy. Plus, we like Scott Holm games, but the base price is too expensive. But for $12,
I'll lose my marbles for $12.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, they have Pitch Car and Pitch Car Mini in the sale. I probably shouldn't say that, but we already have Pitch Car and Pitch Car Mini.
I've never played Pitch Car.
It's a lot of fun.
It's like a lot of fun.
We have Mini because it's the only way it would fit on like a normal table. But they have Pitch Car Mini for sale. Like, it's pretty good.
Did we play Pitch Car or Pitch Car Mini?
Mini.
At our
we
wedding?
played Pitch Car Mini at our wedding. It's
Pitch Car Mini, is one of the highlights of our wedding for me. I mean, also getting married. But
Alright.
Playing Pitch
All the
Car.
expansions are on it, too.
I'm gonna go for a rush job.
Rush job.
So, when you play a card, you do either the card or the action first, right?
Yeah.
So, I will build a desalination plant for the usual cost, which is $1.
Are laboratories everything, or are laboratories just science?
It's just science. All of your productions and the
glass,
costs are here. So the maroon column is costs, and then the purples are the things.
I will trigger my only action card for Steel Blast. And then I'll take... no, will not take this card. I'll take the bottom 3.
Oh, you take the bottom 3?
Top 3?
Top
Sorry.
3, yeah.
Discard that one.
I'll just quickly go over these. So this one at the end of the game, for every pink bioplasm that you have, you get 2 points, max 6 times. This one is for every 2 science that you have, you get 3 points, max 5 times. This one is for every upgraded laboratory you have, you get 2 points. For every upgraded desalination plant, you get 2 points. This one is for every city that has 1 of each building, you get an additional 3 points. It's pretty good. Then this one is for every purple city that you have, which I forget the name of them. You get
Symbiotic.
2 points. Symbiotic city? Yeah.
I think. Symbiosis? No. Symbiotic. I'm essentially done. You can go, Steve. I just need to discard one.
No, you can take longer.
I'll draw one of these.
Oh yeah, you draw a card at the end of your turn. So even if you draw stuff during the round, you still draw a card at the end of that. Wasteland delivery service for $30 is pretty decent.
That's pretty good.
There's a lot in that. And I need to finish painting and give away that copy I have. It'll be a Christmas thing.
Oh man, these are good.
Zena is really wanting something. She's right here. She's right here.
I'd boop her snoot, but it's not in a snoot boopable place.
I mean, it is, but
Well,
that's
not
only
for
because
me.
we're married.
Yeah.
Look, see, she's now in your boop suit space. We bought more Chewies to the girls. Oh, I did say the word.
Uh-oh.
Look at those ears go up.
They're like, the lights are on. The computer fan is humming. You're sitting at a table with John.
John's here.
Yeah,
Get
all the
weird.
indicators.
Mm-hmm. I will say, because we didn't set this up on camera, while Steve's being AP,
So it became...
yeah.
First
There's
turn.
a reason we didn't do setup on camera and why we started.
Oh, no, I don't place the card down, do I?
No.
Okay, so I'm placing the door. Oh, how do I get one of these into play?
You have to place it on the color that matches the top of the card.
But then it just will happen
sticks
forever.
forever.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna do this door here. So and the actions are may, not must, right?
Yes.
Because I can't build a city, but I can build
Mm-hmm.
a
You only get to build one.
laboratory.
But you have to build you have to play the card first.
Right. I'm
Yes.
playing motivational speech,
Okay.
which lets me make one of my used action cards available again.
Well, that's sad. But that's fine.
It is sad,
Okay.
but I don't care.
Okay. Hey, Mom Gamer!
I'm
Mom
gonna
Gamer, have you played this yet? You have this.
I'm gonna play.
I'm so excited you have this.
That's the do thing, and then I put this down,
Oh, you're
and
right.
now I
You're
have a science.
Boop,
And then don't get to draw.
boop.
From here.
Yep, and then just
I did it!
This.
I did my first turn.
Steve.
Just
How many turns to go?
A lot.
30.
Oh.
Yeah, legit. 30.
Well, 29 for you.
Okay. I do not like or appreciate either of you right now.
Are those the 2 actions you want
I'm gonna go here, so we get one of every resource type. But I'm actually playing
Boom.
smuggling, which costs a kelp. So I actually just want the steel plasty and the science.
That's very nice.
But I get $3.
My wife, the dirty smuggler.
Yay! Mom Gamer got this. So I offered some mule services for Essen, and Mom Gamer took us up on that. And so I muled some games and sent them to her, and she got Underwater City, and she liked it. Yay!
So I need to discard one of my cards.
Nice draw.
And in the process, we learned how to fold flat rate Deutsche Post
Oh
or
my God.
DHL boxes. They are so cool.
Flat rate Deutsche Post is so cheap for Germany. Of course, in America, you're mailing it. America's much larger.
Yeah.
of a country to mail across, but still.
That'd be like flat rate within like your state, basically, but still. But yeah, they have cool boxes.
They're pretty cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna go somewhere. These green spots. What do I want to do?
So, in the game, the more powerful spots are the green ones, but the green cards are the weaker of the cards.
I think it's,
Did I flip it?
yeah. Green's
Okay.
the weakest.
Green on the board is the weakest, but the green card is the most powerful.
Yeah.
And then orange spots are the strongest, but the orange cards are the weakest. And then red is kind of, in the middle.
Yep.
So.
Over here. Putting the 2 bumps on the Federation track, which is $1. And then I'll also play this card, which gives me $2. And a card.
Boop.
And I get to draw 2 cards. Because end of my turn. I'm done.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Do it.
I'm ready for my turn.
Yay!
Biomech construction crew is being played 2 thought space. Is this a discard?
No, you don't discard him. You
Oh,
get him
ongoing.
forever.
It's the infinity.
Oh.
He works for you now. You have
Okay.
an octopus.
And the dolphin.
Yeah, you have a dolphin and an octopus that work for you.
They're friends.
Natural enemies.
Whenever you build a connected city's second laboratory, gain 1
So
credit.
first I build a.
First,
Oh,
do an action.
So first you get to do an action.
laboratories cost the thing, right?
Yes.
I go here.
Are you gonna play your octopus? Because if you play your octopus, he gets discarded.
No.
Okay.
I'm paying this card. I don't care about it.
Wait, no, don't put it there,
Oh.
honey. You still get the thing. You could pay 1 credit to
Yeah.
upgrade a farm.
Okay.
It's a great card.
Oh,
But
that's the discard. I thought that was the
No,
discard. That's where we
that's-
dropped it.
that's where
Okay.
John put his drafted cards.
Okay, I do an action
Which is fine. We'll just
Sorry.
put
to
them
get a plasteel.
We don't
I
Oh,
didn't
that's-
want you to know. What I was
Hold
gonna
on,
do.
that's 3 plasteel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Steve's never played. Sorry. Normally we like to have everybody play the game before, but
okay, I get 1 plasteel, and then I get a second
work out.
one from that one, so I get 2, not 3.
Steve's learned the game twice now.
Yes.
He just hasn't actually
I
played.
needed
Okay.
2 tries.
Draw a card.
Okay, another card I don't care about.
Just not
I don't care about that.
okay.
The discarding of cards is the hardest part.
It is,
When do
unless you're apparently Steve.
When do you discard?
When
At the
at
beginning
this,
of your turn.
if you have more than 3 cards,
Oh,
you have
So
to
you can spend
discard
the whole
down to
round,
3.
or the whole, like...
Yeah, there's no
Okay.
downtime, because you're just dreading discarding cards.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to keep bumping my cities off the board. I was going to talk about the component quality. These are just paper. They're just not boards. They're like terraforming Mars. They're just sheets.
Yeah.
They're laminated sheets.
Very thin.
Very thin. And the pieces slide all over them. It's the
It's the same-
terraforming
it's the
Mars
same thickness
problem.
as these.
Yeah. It's a terraforming Mars problem, except for it's not as crucial. Like, the most you'll bump is a little bit. It's not like you're bumping your income and, like, not
Yeah.
figuring out. Yay! Mom Gamer's been playing Sunny Day and Flip Over Frog nonstop. Such a big hit with mom, with her mom and her kids. Yay! That makes me so happy. We like both of those games. Okay. I'm gonna play this one here. So it's bad habit. So I'm playing the Sea. Oh no.
That's last one, 'cause that's what
Yeah.
it's on here.
I'm playing a Sea Vent Factory.
Ooh, that's nice.
So every production round, I'll get a free steel pass, which is very nice. I get to do an active action card activation. So I could activate. What was his name again?
Exhibit.
Exhibit. I could activate Exhibit, but Exhibit instead is going to build and then pimp out a building for me. So I'm going to pay.
That was the spot I wanted to take.
Welcome to this game. So I'm going to pay a money and a science to build a fully upgraded desalination plant. So if I could have 2 desalination plant tokens. So when you normally build a building, you get one of these little tiny Pez thingies and you put them on one of the solid circled spots around the building. And then when you upgrade it, you take another one of those tokens and you put it on top. So I now have a upgraded desalination plant, which means that I will get...
Did you not want to tap your system?
I will. I wasn't done.
Oh, sorry.
Also,
And now I will tap Exhibit.
if you're listening or if you're watching Jolly Rancher Corporation, Jolly Rancher Pez, that one's free.
Oh my god, the choking hazard.
Alright, now I have to discard.
I'm gonna take $1, though.
Yeah.
Hey, Kabuki.
Goodbye, organize a conference. Alright.
Who wants to do that?
Let's do that. Anyway.
Welcome to my TED Talk, indeed.
Hey, I organized a conference. It's a convention. But,
Did you organize it unconventionally?
yeah.
I'm going to build
Twitch is
hotels.
broken. Hey, Kabuki.
Sure.
Twitch is broken. I broke it. I was mad at it, so I'm not super sad that it's broken, but I did break it. And I tried to fix it, but the website service that we use for, like, dual streaming is down, so I couldn't fix it. I did try. I contacted customer support. I talked to a human to try and fix my problem, and the human was like, yeah, it's down. And he was like, we'll email you when it's up. I have not been emailed. So, yeah.
I am done.
Oh, that's right. Exhibit is the Yo Dog I heard you like. I'm going to use that the rest of the game.
Thanks. Thanks for giving it away, Jonathan.
All right, it's your turn.
Well, everything that I wanted to do is now no longer possible, so...
Welcome to Underwater City.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you gotta ring the bell now to get a notification. Do you have the bell turned on, Cookie? Because we got notifications before the stream even started.
Federal grant to just get resources.
Get to money, to steel glass.
Which spot are you doing? This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's much stuff.
Here's a bunch of stuff. Bunch of stuff. Okay.
Oh, I need to draw a card.
I mean, I could smuggle it.
I just drew organize a conference. I feel like
There's
I just
a
drew
lot
from
of
the discard.
organizing.
There's a lot of them. Yeah.
There's a lot of organizing.
A lot of smuggling.
There's a lot of federal grants.
Yeah.
They use the same title a lot, but the art is still, it's like a little different. It's the same, but tweaked. Maybe not.
So
it's so nice.
So as my card play, I can play an A, and then it's available for the future whenever
Yes.
I do A spots.
Mm-hmm.
If you're playing on an A spot, you could use that card as the A.
Ichi! Hey!
Ichi, hey,
Ichi!
Ichi.
Stop.
I sat down.
Sorry!
I sat down my polar seltzer a little too loud, and apparently it sounded like a bear. So.
No.
Oh my god.
You're gonna do it again?
Oh, sorry. No, Xena...
Ichi! No.
Xena encountered the trash boat monster today.
There's a trash boat monster?
I should have taken a picture.
Sorry, I'm just trying to decide what I want to do when you're talking. It's just...
Someone abandoned a powerboat on a trailer that was piled high with trash.
I'm gonna do smuggling. I'm smuggling everywhere.
Xena and I tried to walk by it, and she saw it, and she was just like...
Oh, you're a good point. You're a good point, I should say.
Good point.
I won't smuggle. But I still discarded it already, so... So it costs a money and a steel plasty to build a tunnel, so I discard those so I don't get my smuggling credit. But I actually... Oh, I could, because I get a steel plasty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I can still smuggle.
There you go.
Yay!
It's time for smuggles.
I love smuggling.
Smooth.
Smuggling like crazy. So I draw a card.
That's
And
the
then
round.
that's the end of the round!
You did it, everyone.
Woo!
You know,
We're on to round 2.
Real wizards don't smuggle. Only regular, ordinary people do.
Okay.
That's why they call them smuggles.
So I'm still first. Tiffany's second. Tiffany's third.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. He advanced.
Oh, I'm going third.
It's terraforming coral, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But we like it more.
The box cover even says the colonization of Mars is like always 4 years or 4 decades away.
Yeah, it throws shade.
Tee-hee.
Vladimir Suchi is his own publishing company, and it's his design. He threw some serious shade at terraforming Mars with this game, even on the box. Yeah. And it's deserved shade. And I like this more than terraforming Mars. So there's that. Spoilers. John goes first.
I do go first.
Yeah, trash boat monster. It was a power boat piled high with trash, and when Xena saw it, she just did the whole bark. Like, that's not right. Like, boats are fine, and piles of trash are fine, but a boat overflowing with trash and, like, tires and things,
She's doing...
Even after we passed it, she kept, like, looking back and, like, jumping. Like, she kept thinking it was going to attack her.
Trash boat monsters can attack, apparently.
Right? That's the thing.
Oh, I have terrible cards. I still think I need to do this, though.
Wow, this card is amazing. Where was this last game? Bet John discarded it.
Is it a purple back? Was it in the second deck?
No, I think John just discarded it. He knows how I like certain types of cards.
Autonomous systems? I think that's a love letter to Tiffany right there. Yep.
And I will tap my build a tunnel to build a tunnel. Should give me a steel plus that. free to do your things. I'm going to be figuring out what to do with these cards.
Well, your turn's done though. Technically, right?
Technically, I need to discard these specialist cards before the end of my turn.
Oh yeah. You're good. Okay.
But I'm good.
It's Steve's turn.
Oh, I thought it was your turn.
Oh yeah, we did
Yeah,
switch.
we go counterclockwise.
It's the perk of 2-player. Okay, or 3-player. Oh, fine.
I want the specialist cards.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
So I want to go first.
Speaking of making the Earth habitable, I read one of the silly old XKCD explainers, which was how much energy or fuel would it take to move the entire current population of Earth off Earth, and it's a lot. It's like we would have to use pretty much a huge chunk of our fuel reserves to lift everybody into space, or detonate some nukes to propel spaceships off the surface of the Earth. So if there's ever one of those like an asteroid's going to hit the Earth scenarios, we could just propel people with nukes, but then Earth wouldn't really be very habitable anymore. But it's fine because an asteroid's going to hit it, so it's a plan.
It's a plan, all right.
Card, Steve. Thank you, sir.
Okay. I was not prepared to turn. I thought I would have Steve's turn to pick.
Project Orion, I think that was in the 60s. That was the nuclear bomb propulsion of spacecraft. Okay.
Just a brilliant idea.
They never actually did it.
That's good. I'm gonna do there.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a new thingy which makes me happy. At the end of my turn, I can pay $1 to draw 2 cards instead of 1.
That's cool.
So I get one of everything.
You turn.
And I will pay $1 to get 2 cards instead of 1. All that smuggling paid off.
Alright. I am going to bring the Biomech construction crew into play, mostly because they're the best card.
I'm pretty sure the yellow cards are way more powerful.
When do you untap
seem
your
really
actions?
powerful.
I feel like it's the green actions are the most powerful in yellow.
Once per round?
Once per era, honey.
Once per era.
Dolphin's tapped for 3 more rounds.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my Biomech construction crew.
The specialist cards are orange.
I'm playing to here. So, if I drop whatever the resources for a laboratory,
orange cards are more powerful.
Which is this.
Green cards are not. But the green spots are more powerful.
and then I pay a
Right,
science.
but that's a really powerful spot.
It's not, though. Because it doesn't actually give you much during the
That's
game.
true.
It gives you that.
Immediately
which you have to
upgrade it.
spend.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then, the infinite effect, whenever I build a
I would've
connected
thought this
cities, which is this, second laboratory, gain 1 credit. So I gain a credit.
It's my turn again, huh?
Credit to me.
Mm.
Ugh. Let's go down. Okay. I would like.
Kabuki points out that Project Orion was a bad idea.
It was a bad idea.
I'm gonna build a city.
Yeah, Luna's already been remade, and they're remaking it again very soon after they remade it. So I'm not sure. Yeah.
Do you know a dog named Luna?
Yes.
And then I'll play this card.
Or was it a cat?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. My turn?
Mhm.
I'm gonna go there. So I go up 2 spots, so I get a credit. And then I'm organizing a conference! I actually don't do it until an action spot, but I just wanted you to know that I'm working on organizing a conference. We signed all the contracts! For Stumptown Game Summit. So the convention that I am working on with Granite Game Summit it's like a thing. We'll announce the date and the ticket sales dates soon. And now it's Steve's turn.
Is it really?
Yes, it really is. Yes, but I think Luna is pretty because it got a reprint recently where TMG paid to do all the art. So
I'm going to do a trial run. And I'm going to do the trial run here.
Mm-hmm.
So I can build a tunnel or do a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You gain stuff. I forgot to draw a card, which means I forgot to discard a card at the start of my turn.
Everything's the worst. So I'm gonna pay a steel blast and a credit. Draw. To build a tunnel.
I smuggled a lot. I smuggled a lot at the start of the game.
And I will put this tunnel here to take me closer to Science Town.
Science Town.
It's a real place, let me tell you. And then I get the thing on the card, which is if I have at least one connected upgraded laboratory, which I do, gain 1 steel blast and 1 science. Nice.
That's amazing.
And then that goes away.
I'm just going there.
And over. Alright. I have to discard a card. Everything's the worst. Or is it?
You know what's really worse?
The worst.
My underwater vegan sausage factory.
It's just kelp.
But there's sausages, it's the worst.
Driving my sadness, apparently. I'm gonna go to... Oh man, where do I want to go? It's a great question. I'll go here. I'm gonna build some kelp farms. Oh, I discarded the card. No, I haven't built it yet. Damn it. Do I want to build kelp farms? The answer is not yet. Instead, I'm gonna build science factories. Spoilers. And so, do I want to build science factories? This damn game!
Just go purely on card title. Just
purely, okay, I'm gonna go the Steve way. I'm gonna build an embassy!
No!
That's what you get!
It's all your fault.
To play the embassy card, whenever I build the second of 2 farms on the same turn, I advance. Whenever I build the second of 2 kelp farms. Yeah.
Yep. Terrible.
I get a thing. So I'm going to first build a desalination plant because money bills all. Can I have a desalination plant? And then I don't want to build a city / I can't build a city, so I won't. Yeah, I'm gonna put that there.
Well, you can't build a city and yet you took the action anyway? That's what I did when I took it. But still.
Yep. And I'm not gonna pay a credit to draw 2 cards, I'm just gonna draw 1 card.
Is it potentially my turn?
It is.
It is now your turn, yes.
Alright. Are you ready for this?
Ba-da-da.
I'm going to undertake an extraordinary mission. So I can do 2 desalinization plants.
I think that's not working.
Oh, I can do them things in any order, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so first I'm going to pay a credit to immediately perform the action in any available slot.
Okay.
So I'm going to perform the action that Tiffany just did.
Nice.
So I'm going to spend a kelp, a credit, and 2 plasmids to plasteel to build a city. And then I can build a structure, and it can be any structure, and it can be anywhere, I guess. I will build. Oh goodness. Didn't play this bad. Well, food things produce food, so I will. Oh no, I will. It's good if you have like 3 of the same thing, right?
2 of the same thing.
2 of the same at the end of the game.
Doesn't matter.
You want 2 upgraded.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 upgraded.
But for in-game points, you want diversity of structures.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so in which case, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. So I will pay a clip to build that structure, and then I will pay my 2 credits for this to do 2 desalter plantarinos. And that goes there.
Okay, so that's the round.
Yeah.
So, get our thingies back.
Tiffany's now first.
Yahoo!
Well done.
Our discard's getting crazy. Now I get to go first.
That's cool. I see that. Alright, I'm gonna put my dog out.
No, I think she just wants chewies.
Oh.
You can give them chewies. It's fine.
I stood up, you say?
I'm sure they would hate that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I'm
I'm
just gonna have like a bunch of engine cards. So I'm gonna engine cards? What? No. So I'm gonna do this, which is whenever I am on the third spot of the embassy track, I get an additional credit. And then
Alright, who wants to chew loudly right under the microphone?
I'm gonna pay my 2 kelp to build 2 kelp farms. Por favor.
There you go.
So when you build buildings, you can build, as long as you can get to the building site with a tunnel, you can build there. So I'm going to put 1 building there and 1 building where I actually don't have any city yet, but it's fine. And because I built my second of 2 farms on the same turn, I get to go up 1 track on the globalization track. The Global Influence Federation track.
I will smuggle.
Oh, and I draw a card. I have the same card plus.
And then I'll spend one of these for a buck. Innocence.
Dang it.
Dang it, sir.
No. You went where I wanted to go.
Welcome to this game.
Yep.
You know what I'm liking so far?
Is it this game?
Yeah.
There's 2 new felds this year. Carpe Diem and Forum something. Trojan or something? Carpe Diem is apparently really popular. It's good. Mm-hmm.
I like Felds of all.
It's your turn, Steve.
Oh, is John done? I am done. I am going to go here, which gives me a special and an action. So I can play this.
Yeah.
Is my action, and then I can activate it.
Well, you need to put the... No. You gotta put the thingy on the spot first.
Right.
There you go.
And then as my thingy, I can activate pay a credit or science to upgrade one of my laboratories. And again, all laboratories are the science, right?
Yeah.
Not anything else. Okay, so I will upgrade. And then I get a special. So one of those?
Either this one, or one of those ones, or you can discard this one and take the top 3 and then choose.
Oh, it's an island. Islands are pretty. Islands are garbage. Alright, can I put it underneath?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then top 3.
Alright.
Alright, and then you'll put what you don't like on the bottom, but put it face down, not face up. Okay.
What do upgraded tunnels get you?
They'll produce points.
They produce points.
So normal tunnels produce money, but upgrade ones produce points and money.
Got it.
I need to get
Let's do this.
certain resources.
So this
types.
is a spot in my hand until I pay to put it down?
Well, you have to take an action of the color and pay for it. But
and then do I flip the top one up again? Corporate expansion. Ooh. Well, that's the one I want because I get endgame points for doing that.
I'm gonna go here first.
Okay.
So I go 1, 2. So I get a steel posse, and I get 2 credits because of my embassy.
Yes.
And then I'm going to play this biomech construction crew. So whenever I upgrade a tunnel, I gain a steel posse.
Yes.
Going engine heavy. I'm gonna spend a credit to draw 2 cards.
I'm gonna scavenge the sea floor.
I should probably arrange my things in a good way.
That'll get me
Well, you don't need this on camera. That's
No,
just for you
I
personally.
know, that's why
2
I'm moving.
cards.
Oh no, but it's on camera.
I know, that's why I'm moving, because my cards are at the bottom.
Look at all these green cards. Sorry, spoiler.
I don't have green cards. Bummer.
I hate it. So I got 2 cards. I'm gonna get a algae seaweed. I'm gonna use that to build a seaweed factory. Put it on there. And then I get to pay a science to upgrade it immediately. And I'm done.
It's your turn.
I'm going to play a sea vent factory, and I'm going to play it to here, and I'm going to get 1 of each basic resource. Oh, and I get it. Oh, no I don't. No I don't. That's cheating. This is a production card. Don't mind me.
Just cheating.
Just cheating.
Well, Steve went where I wanted, which stinks. But it
Stinks like my kelp farm.
I don't. Do kelp farms smell? I mean, you can't smell underwater. I was like, can you smell underwater? I was thinking about it, and I was just like, no, you just die. You just, yeah.
Sharks smell underwater.
Yeah, we can't.
Yeah.
We can't smell underwater.
And I think that's just a limitation of the fact that we haven't genetically engineered ourselves to do so.
Is that it? Is that the only reason?
I don't know what your underwater cities are researching.
Cool. So I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna pay another biomech construction crew. I'm gonna pay 2 science to upgrade my 2 tunnels. So I will gain a steel plasty and a credit because of my stuff for that. Sweet.
Very cool.
Got a lot of octopus helpers. Technically, I needed to discard a card before I did that. I will say that I discarded
That one.
this card. And then I will pay a credit to drop 2 cards. Oh, hey, there's those green cards that John's talking about.
Yeah, they're fantastic. I love them. Alright, let's go here. Take up credits. Put this one down. Artificial intelligence.
See, my boobs keep destroying my cities.
When you have things that talk about cities, do both cities count for that?
As long as... So it's only when it's connected to your network. So if you build a city over here, you can always build a city as long as it's adjacent to another city spot, so that if you were to build a tunnel, it'd be connected. But you don't get to benefit from that city until it's connected via tunnels. So.
Okay.
Stupid turn.
Tragic.
You only have 2 cards. You forgot to draw. I did.
That's... Okay, let's do this. Play that there. It's an action, I get to activate it, and I get plus deal. Build 1 structure of my choice for the usual cost, advance 1 space on the Federazione track. So, I will build... let's build a kelp farm. Did you say, can you build city structures even if there's no city?
You have to be able to get there via tunnels.
Okay, so if I had a tunnel, I could build here.
Yes.
But I can't.
You need the tunnel, do you?
Is it just the same rule as the city?
I thought we needed the tunnels. We had a whole discussion about that.
We did.
I don't remember what that.
Because if that was the case, I would build a different...
Building. It's a site where you could build a city, and you could build cities before you build tunnels.
Okay. Then yeah, as long as you can get to it 1 tunnel away from an existing city.
So I will pay that, and I will build this here. for the usual cost. Okay.
Let's round.
That's it. So Steve's
Snuck in there at the last minute.
boo.
The benefit of going last.
Alright, this is the last round before the end of the era, which is when the production happens.
It's the end of an
It's when the production happens.
Forgetting to draw is just literally what I always do.
I have to discard a card. I'm decided that I was going to discard this card. And then I will play a card. I'm going to get me some science. I'm actually learning science now.
Oh, an expansion site.
And then I will pay smuggling. I'm really good at it. I'll pay a credit to smuggle some kelp. And then I draw a card. I will not pay extra to draw more cards. It's not the color I wanted.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It is your turn.
Oh!
I have a question.
Mhm.
So I'm not clear on the rules.
Yeah.
For special cards,
Mhm.
if you take an action that gets you money, can you use that money to play the special card?
No, because you have to play the card.
It says you simultaneously play the card and choose an action shot. And then you need to choose which one you want to try first.
Yeah, but you have to simultaneously pick it.
Oh,
Remember,
sure.
because the whole flow of the game is supposed to be, you take a card, you play it to a spot,
Right.
then you take this and you put this there, and then you resolve stuff.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. So I can build a city with a discount of 1 credit with the biomech test here. So
Which
keep
now I know
forgetting.
why it's important that that flow exists in my brain.
Mhm.
It's for that corner
It's
piece.
for what point?
You can't go to an action spot, activate it to get money to play a card that you would need to pay.
Okay, so discount. So a city is 2 things and a Kelperino.
Appropriate.
And then
Inappropriate.
That's terrible.
I did that. What?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You're cute. Was that your entire turn?
Hmm?
Okay, it's John's turn.
What was I supposed to do?
No, I just thought it took so long. I thought John had fun as well.
Not that.
I'll just take another turn if it's if you insist.
Oh my gosh, those puppy eyes.
Oh.
Okay, Steve took a really good picture of Xena when she begs for food. You can see in the reflection of her eyes the phone and me like holding a finger to draw her attention to that is so crazy. Oh my goodness.
You can see the world in her eyes.
You can. That is crazy.
It's on
I'm gonna retweet it.
I tweeted it. Is it my turn yet?
It's crazy. No, it's mine. I was looking at my phone, which is entirely a faux pas. But I couldn't decide what I wanted. I never decide what I want. I know what I could do, but I don't want to do what I could want. Wait. There's like a thing I have to do by the end of this round. Absolutely have to do it. So I should just take this turn to do it.
You should. I highly recommend it.
Okay, fine.
As long as it's not the thing that I want to do.
I'm gonna play this card here. So I have another action card.
You're dead to me.
Like every
We all
turn.
wanna go there.
Every turn.
Terrible news.
Okay.
Terrible.
I get to build a thing. I'm gonna build a steel plasty and use a science to fully upgrade it. So I need a science factory stuff. And then the action that I'm gonna do is I'm going to upgrade my... I'm organizing a conference, y'all! I'm gonna spend another science to upgrade my desalination plant. Yep. So now I have double desalinization happening at the primary city.
Double. Okay.
Let's see.
And then I'll draw a card!
So awful.
Alright, my turn?
Yeah.
I'm gonna play here, survey. I just need to do that, otherwise I keep forgetting the stupid thing. So, survey. And then it's place a farm on an expansion site, pay the usual cost. So, oops. So I will...
Oh, sorry, you're there.
but I will give you... Oh, well. It's just as hard for you
It's
to...
just hand stuff for each other. It's fun.
So the expansion slot is the little blue circle.
I'm excited. So
And those
this...
won't trigger unless there's a tunnel.
These guys.
Yeah.
You have to build a tunnel to make that stuff happen. Why are you building 3?
There was one already.
Oh.
But then...
I like it. This is my second time playing. I enjoy it more than Terraforming Mars.
I like it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's painful.
Yeah.
There's a lot more limitations in what you can do and have to do than
Yeah.
Terraforming Mars. Terraforming Mars, it's more of like, there's so many things I could do, and there's some limitation, but in this one, it's like, there's so many things I need to do and want to do, but I can't for so many reasons.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, John. Yeah, Twitch is not working. I broke it. It's entirely my fault. And I went to try and fix it, and the website was down. Not Twitch, but the service I use.
I'm gonna wreck on that turn.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's alright.
Yeah. What?
Wait, why do you get a science though?
No, it's not.
Oh,
like,
sorry.
Yeah, you gotta watch him.
No, I got
You got it.
We're just watching you. It's fine. It's fine.
Keep me honest.
Yep. I'm just, just keep it.
Last night he cheated in such a way that it like cost him points because it's how he cheats. It's important to remember that Steve doesn't always cheat to accept. Yeah, for his benefit.
Okay.
Sometimes he tweets.
It's all inadvertent.
Yeah, he cheats for his detriment.
So
that means you just discard it.
Yeah, if you don't play the right color to the right spot, you discard it.
We're doing this.
Okay, so you discard that card.
Discard the sale of technology.
Either build a tunnel or get a money, 2 cards, and a thing.
I need money. I don't care about cards.
Yeah, I'm sorry, John.
And then I get a...
We're almost done with the first era.
Working on it.
So yeah, you missed the teaching and you missed the first 4 rounds.
So now it's my turn, huh?
But we'll still explain what we're doing.
Let's do this.
So wait, if the color... So you always get the action swap, but you only get the card if the color matches.
Yep.
And I discard at the start of my turn?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you discard at the start of your turn.
Ooh.
Wow. Goodbye, Black Ops team. Nobody likes you.
Oh, good.
Your stupid jet ski.
This is the best.
There are repeated mechanical types, but I think the cards are unique, but there's like a formula, and then they just like mix the stuff like Terraforming Mars does.
I think also in Terraforming Mars, there's like multiple different types of engines that interlink between the cards.
Yeah, like you need the plant, you need the one that makes dogs and microbes and stuff, and if you can get all those cards, you can like own it. That's usually what I do.
So having only played with just the Era 1 deck, I don't feel like the cards in my hand are completely useless unless I got a bunch of other cards in the deck, that's how Terraforming Mars feels to me. It's like, wow, I got a whole bunch of endgame cards, and I can't generate the microbes to turn into dogs or whatever.
I love it. I'm gonna do some industrial espionage. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm doing some industrial espionage. For a credit.
Maybe you should go before Tiffany.
Look, man, you went where I went. And I need a science. You went where I was gonna go, so I had to do
gotta
something
get
else.
them specials.
So I get 2 cards, and then I get my 3rd card, which is the end of the game. So,
No, it's not.
or sorry, which is my end of the turn thing. Which means that which means that when it becomes my turn again, I have to discard 2 cards, which is the hardest thing ever. But a lot will happen before then, so it's okay.
This is rough. I might need to do a terrible move.
It's a song from Simon and Martina. They did a new video about Japanese
It is
onsens,
your turn.
Oh,
and that's what's stuck in my head. Baby, when you move your body, baby, when you move your body.
Okay.
I don't know the words.
No, I think I did pay for that tunnel. I was like, did I cheat and pay for that tunnel? Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh, hey, I get an extra credit when I go to that spot. I forgot about that. Please. Tinkle.
Oh, oops. That probably should have just for cheating for this.
Cheating. Man, I'm so excited about all the games we get to play this week. Yes. We're playing 10. We're streaming 10 games this week.
That's incredible. Is that a new record?
For streaming, yes,
Yeah.
for sure. We usually play at least 1 game a night.
Yeah.
Maybe 2. Mostly 2. I would say our average is 2 games a night, but to actually stream them is a whole nother thing.
All right, let me do this. I just get a resource. Sorry, John. Is that what you wanted?
So good,
That's
John.
so bad.
Okay, but
You pay back?
yeah, I pay that $1. Thank you, Tiffany, for reminding me that I needed that. Because this whole round was about me getting that card out.
I would love to do some upgrading.
So then that will give me a bio.
You should
class.
organize a conference. That's all. Okay.
Thanks. That's great advice. God, I think my best action is to get money.
Yeah, I had one of those turns last game.
It just feels gross.
Tomorrow's stream is The River and Reichholz, which is the new Rosenberg game. And we've played Reichholz once, and we've played The River twice now. I like The River a lot. Good night, David. Thanks for coming and watching.
I think we're there.
I mean, you could go there.
I'll build these even though I can't use them yet. But they're there waiting for me.
Let's just pick those up because I already have those. Why did I pick those up? I'm confusing myself. So I need a card. Okay. Sorry, John. I think we threw out of order. Do you want this card instead?
What color is it?
It's green.
It's green.
No.
Yeah.
We're gonna be getting new cards for the next season. Anyway.
Yeah, we have a draft thing that we can do. But it's even more painful. It's so
Wait, you can
painful.
draft cards?
No, it's not a draft, but
Oh.
yeah. Okay.
Alright, this game has been hurting my brain. I'm sorry.
Isn't it the best?
I'm just like, I can't remember the thing I did literally 2 seconds ago. In
So
this game.
before production happens, we resolve end of thing. So our turn order does not change. So there's that. And then
Stuff back.
we get all of our stuff back. So we do the normal end of round stuff, and then we do the end of era stuff. So end of round, we get all of our things. And then we do production.
Yay.
So I'm gonna walk through production on mine, like loudly and publicly so people can hear it. So, first things first is all of your stuff that produces. So, this handy dandy chart will tell you what it produces. So each of my kelp farms produces a kelp. So I will get 2 kelp. Woohoo! Yay! Thank you. Then each of my desalinization, if it's upgraded, it'll produce differently. Each of my desalinization plants would produce $1. However, mine are both upgraded, and I have 2 on the same city, which means I get the bonus of I get 3 money and 2 bioplasty. So I'll get 2 bioplasty.
And that's only when they're upgraded, right?
It's when they're both upgraded, yep. If I only had one upgraded, I would not get that bonus. And then I get 3 money. And then, so that's the desalinations. Then, the next one is steel. I have a steel one here, but I have no city belt. Oh, I forgot. I don't have a city belt, so I don't get that kelp. So I actually don't produce, that doesn't produce for any reason. But my tunnels will produce, so the tunnels that connect to my network. And so both tunnels, because they are both upgraded, will produce $1 and 1 point. So I get 2 points, first blood, and 2 additional dollars. And I have so much money, John is giving me a 5. Never been so rich. So yeah, then if I had a symbiotic city, which is the purple ones, that one would produce 2 points for me, but I don't. Then any cards that I have that would produce, and I have one that does, so I get a steel plastic, which is great. Don't really need it, but it's good anyway. Then, I get to get all of my action cards that I've used this round, I get them back, so they get flipped back over, so I can use them again in the new era. Then, I need to feed each of my cities. I only have 1 city, and each city actually only eats 1 kelp.
Oh, we have to feed?
Yes. So, if you have a kelp per
connected?
city... Yes.
No.
Okay.
No. Only if they're connected. They don't eat if they're not connected. So, you only have to feed 2. So, each city only eats 1 kelp. And I had 1 kelp, so I'm good.
Or a bioplasmid.
Or
right?
a bioplasm.
Or 3 points.
Or 3 points. So Steve doesn't have a bioplasm or enough kelp. He discards what he has, so you're going to pay your 1 kelp.
Oh, I haven't produced yet.
Oh, yes, you produce first, so you'll be fine.
Yeah, I was just
You'll
waiting
be
for you to be...
Okay. So...
It's only if they're connected, then?
Yeah. No one's living there yet.
So, that is my production phase. I have done produced. So yeah, so then we'll do Steve's production. So Steve gets...
1 kelp, 1 kelp, 2 money for the desalinization, and then 3 steel, plasteel, and 2 science.
Yep.
So I'll just give it 3, and then 2 science, and then 1 more money. Ooh, that 10 popped out. Weird. So that's my production. Yes. Okay.
I feel like this thematically is
And
similar
then I get
to
another...
Terraforming Mars.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Terraforming Mars
So
is
much
more
money.
thematic than this one.
And then a credit for
I mean,
that.
the action you're doing like changes the physical nature of the
And then-
environment by
Yeah.
raising temperature and all that. But
Yeah, in
And then
Terraforming
another
Mars,
credit.
you do more with
And
the
then-
planet of Mars.
yes.
Whereas in this, you're doing more with your own structures.
Okay.
And you care more about your own structure. Like,
Jeez.
this game could have been on Mars, and it would have been the same thing, and it's more about building a habitable space and less about terraforming a space.
Yeah.
So, I think for what it does, which is create habitable human spaces down below, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
You could be more thematic, yes. If the cards were as minute and full of clip art, it could totally be great. That was another slam on Terraforming Mars. I'm sorry, I just don't like that game.
Well, no, I guess thematically in this game, Earth has already been terraformed, so we have to go live underwater.
Yeah. 3 points, please.
You just get them.
Yeah.
Get it.
So once everybody is done in producing, we're gonna take the Arrow 1 cards, we're gonna put them to the side. Then we take the Arrow 2 cards, which are purple. And we shuffle them kind of poorly. And then we deal everybody 3 Arrow 2 cards in addition to the hand that they already have. And then by the start of their turn, they have to discard down to 3 cards, which is painful.
The worst.
Alright, what I got?
Okay, nice.
Well, and I have to go first, which means I have to think harder. That's pointless for me right now. It's also unnecessary. Alright. So I'm discarding my Arrow 1 cards that I still had and those. And then we start. So we're on round 5. And I go first. So I am going to build a city! Are you shocked or are you surprised?
I'm shocked and surprised.
I'm gonna build a symbiotic. Yep. So, woo! Symbiotics are big and fancy.
Did you take out the appropriate amount?
Take out the appropriate amount of what?
There's a limited amount of symbiotics.
Oh, yes.
You did? Okay.
I did. Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I thought you were saying, like, money and stuff.
No, sorry.
So I'm playing this Lobbyist card, which lets me draw a card, and I move up 1 track. So I'll do that now, because it's very simple. So that's the card playing. And then the symbiotic building. So it costs a Bioplasmy, a Kelp, 2 credits, and a Steel Plasty to build... Thank you. To build Symbiotic City. And then I also can build a, just building. So I'm going to go ahead and build a kelp farm. I don't have kelp. I'm going to build a kelp farm, but I'm going to actually use this instead of kelp.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have another kelp farm. And when I build my second kelp farm at a location, I get to go up here. Which means I get a credit, which means I get an extra credit because I'm on that spot.
That's an engine you got there.
I built an engine! Yeah!
Steve?
Still discarding. Yeah. And then it's Steve's turn, and he's doing the most painful part of this game, which is discarding. Oh, hey, Final Rabbit! Thank you for saying hi. So John says that he loves games that are thematic in a way where he takes actions because they're very thematically fun, not just point generators. That's what he likes most about Terraforming Mars. Which makes sense. The first few games of Terraforming Mars, we definitely enjoyed that part of the game. But once we had played it, we've played that game like 6 or 7 times. We got to the point where we knew the card combos. And so we'd be like, oh, you're going for this type of mega engine, or oh, you're going for this type of mega engine. And so it kind of lost difficulty because the only player interaction for restriction is the map, and the map is very broad. So it's very minimal player interaction. And it's not enough for me, which is funny for me to say that, because I usually don't like player interaction. But this player interaction with the action slots, it just brings a new level to the game of blocking and messing with each other, which makes it less dependent on the card draws. Like, you're still very dependent on what you get from the deck, but the distribution of cards is such that it's not as bad. I thought it was going to be... I was worried... One of my concerns for this game when I read the rulebook back in early October was that the cards... what cards you drew would be make or break for you or your game. And while they do have an effect, there's so much that you can do to mitigate that.
Yeah. And
the cards themselves are so similar while being different that it's not that big of an issue. Whereas in Terraforming Mars, you could spend, millions of dollars to buy a ton of cards to try and get the engine that you wanted, and it just so happens that, your opponent's been holding on to it all game. So that's kind of the other part of it. And one of the reasons why I think I like this one a little bit more.
2 more.
But
plus
steel. Extra point. Extra point from upgraded kelp farm.
When do you get the point for upgrade?
When production. Okay. And then I may build a farm on an expansion site.
I should have 4.
Pay the usual.
Okay, you had 4.
Oh,
no, I gave you 1. You were at 3. I just gave it to you.
You're at 4.
Oh, he just gave it to
I
you.
just gave it to him. That's what I said.
Okay, we both did.
You both gave it to me.
I mean, it's fair.
So we're going here?
Yeah. And then I build a farm on an expansion site.
Never saw that coming.
I mean, I
go here.
What?
And I'll trade that dollar in for the pirate.
This is not. You traded it in for a Bioblazer?
With my
Oh, you have a card.
smuggler.
Smoothly.
The Smuggler.
Why is Terraforming Mars like number 3 on VGG and this one isn't? Because Terraforming Mars has been out for 2 years.
Yeah.
And this has been out for... Oh yeah, it's not actually technically in stores yet.
Does
That's
it have,
part of it.
Does it have US distribution?
Also, Terraforming Mars was super buzzy even when it came out, wasn't it?
No.
No?
It was a little buzzy, but not that buzzy. But Terraforming Mars is... The Shut Up and Sit Down review does a great job on it. Terraforming Mars is... It makes you feel smart, and you do interesting things, but, some people don't really... It's, like, slightly more trashy than Euro-y, if that makes sense. Which, I hate the term trashy, but, like, it's more highly thematic than it is highly strategic. And those games tend to do better, which is fine.
There's also lots of unique cards that have interesting text abilities on them that are all wildly different, and there's a huge deck of them.
And they keep printing more. It's very easy for them to print more of those cards. So that's why there's already several expansions. I have to take a turn.
Yeah, it's an interesting game. I just get frustrated playing it because I don't get the cards that I want. And
Yeah.
That's how it feels for me.
Yeah, it's fine. Also, we like games that aren't very popular, and there are people, sometimes we hate games that are very popular, and some people are the opposite, and it doesn't really matter. Everyone is different, and games are for everyone, or no one. It's literally up to who. It's a personal decision on what you think is a good game or a bad game.
Also,
So-
John asked in chat if folks, which for chat, but also I guess us, if folks have a favorite sushi game.
Favorite.
Vladimir
Sushi?
sushi game.
Shipyard, Last Will, Pulsar, and this. Other ones I know.
Oh, I really like Shipyard. Pulsar was pretty good, but I really like Shipyard.
Yeah, Shipyard's
I
so
really like Shipyard
good.
too. This might. If I get this a couple more times played, this might double Shipyard though for me.
Yeah.
No, but you already sold Shipyard. We traded it.
Well, to you, so we
Yeah.
can play it together.
Yeah.
It went to a good
It went
home.
laterally. Oh man, it's really tough for me to make a decision right now.
I'm really liking this. It's only after one play, of course.
Yeah.
But
One era.
Asset. I'm gonna destroy my underwater city. I'm also going there.
Okay.
Playing a lobbyist. Boop. So,
Ooh.
boop, boop.
Ooh.
Sorry, John, I can't let you go first. It's too near and dear to my heart.
Good point.
Yeah, I already got the point. But I get to activate a card an action card. I'm gonna go ahead and build a kelp farm / or a desalination. I can't actually. Oh no, I can. Desalination. Yeah. It's the only one I can afford.
Yep.
You give me a kelp farm. I'm gonna put it over here.
You get an extra card.
And then I get an extra card, which is perfect. So I get a card, and then I get another card. Oh, and I would have gotten a steel
I get
plastic.
you.
Awesome.
Good.
I took it and did not register.
I give you 2.
Thank you. And that was my turn. Now it's Steel's turn.
Make the right choice, dude.
What's your favorite sushi game? See, that's what I first heard, Paul White. It's sushi game.
Sushi.
Wasabi.
Yeah, I heard that was good.
I like it a lot.
Oh, it was fun.
It's like the oldest game I've had in my collection.
Yeah.
Wasabi.
Did you play that Sushi Steffi game?
No.
I forgot what it was called.
We'll do that.
I don't think
Personnel
chat is
agency.
frustrated, Vinyl Rabbit. And we're just playing the game specifically to help people determine if they want the game or not. That's actually why we do these streams as rapidly and quickly as we do post-Essen and pre-release. Because we want to help people see how it plays, and if they think they would like it, and stuff like that.
And then whenever I play a special card, I have a discount.
So, if you too are someone who gets frustrated at Terraforming Mars and feels like it's more thematic than maybe strategic for you, but you liked the idea of it initially, maybe this is a good alternative. We've only played it twice, though, so keep that in mind.
And
Can you grab the blue tiles from the box?
Oh, are you getting more?
Getting more.
John.
Which is why Steve wanted that.
Which? Oh.
One where you get more cities, and they automatically become connected to your...
Oh, which card was... Wait.
It was a specialist card.
Oh, okay.
So I gotta choose one of these cities from the...
Yeah, one thing also, I like where the interaction is in this, which is it's through the, like, action selection.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
That one...
Whereas Terraforming Mars, it felt like a lot of the interaction was, like, in the race for the objectives and then in the board, but this feels, like, very central to... I like this interaction.
Alright, can we put the backpack?
Not to choose.
Oh, okay. I'll keep wearing this hat.
Are you building
So-
a future under the waves?
I can go first.
Mm.
And a buck. We're gonna still pass the card and get 2 points of the turn.
Is he actually taking his turn yet? You're finished your turn, yeah?
In progress.
No, I was curious if you played the tile. You did.
I did.
My turn did eventually finish, yes.
No, it's fine. I was just trying to evaluate if all of the options for my turn were what is available, or if John was going to play it and then just, like, stab me in the heart. I was trying to figure out that. I was gauging my sadness factor.
There you go. So it gets me a steel blast.
Put my hat. Okay.
And a card. Can you give me a card?
Yes.
Oh, man. I had a plan.
So are purple cities just better because they generate points?
Discard.
Yeah, those are 2 points per. There's also a thing to, like, get points hard to get.
I don't think that's necessarily helpful.
Is that when you do it during the game?
Whoever is the first build 3 gets that. I'm gonna build a city. I'm gonna build a symbiotic city. And then I'll upgrade. I'll build and upgrade something. I will build a. What do I need?
I'm just my biomech construction crew being led by my dolphin has just made the entire game. Like, I can come squarely in last place, but
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I'm happy you're happy.
Done.
Okay.
Pass me another card, Steve.
I'm going to... When he touches them, does he make it better for you? That sounds
No,
bad.
just always gives me green cards.
Okay. Oh, you know what? We haven't paid attention to this at all.
Oh, I have.
Oh, okay, good. You'll let us know,
I'll let
right?
you know.
Okay, cool.
No one's done it yet. You're close.
Alright.
I'm close too.
I need more science. Okay, I'm doing a smuggling card.
How do you upgrade a tunnel?
You go to an upgrade spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
And
okay.
it's still science. So I'm smuggling money to get kelp, which is not great smuggling return. Back in the day, smugglers give you a lot better return for your money. And then I get a specialist card. Like, do I start going for the in-game ones? And I feel like the answer to that is yes.
Alright.
I mean, but these ones are very helpful during game, but I think I'm just gonna go for that one. And these ones, once they're taken, they're out. They don't get replaced.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that, and then I get to activate an action. Y'all, I'm gonna organize a conference. Come to my conference, y'all. So the conference that I'm gonna organize and give a speech about and do all the stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna upgrade my. I wish I had another science. But I don't want.
The art on Organize a Conference really reminds me of, like, Captain Nemo piloting the Nautilus. Like, I realized there's people in the audience down there, but just the look of it, it's very 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
It's mine.
Also, this really makes me want to play Nemo's War.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Steve?
Is it my turn? I am going to play an undersea server farm.
I've been wanting to play Catan lately. It's a
Let's
weird
see here.
feeling.
Alright, undersea
I've only
server
played Catan
farm.
once.
My hand limit
I like
increases
Star Trek Catan a lot.
by 1.
There's a new
Oh, that's
Catan
nice.
that's co-op.
Okay.
It's the same game, but it's an expansion. It's a seed farm. It's a seed reserve.
Oh.
So you have to weigh between, like, succeeding yourself and, like, saving seeds for future generations of
Which gets me
Catanians.
a
Yeah.
seance, Love having a seance. It's a seance. And then I can build a city, and I'm actually going to build a
who said goodbye? Good night, Mom Gamer!
I'm going to build a Wackadoodle City.
It's 7:30 a.m. Wow.
Wackadoodle City. Which is currently unconnected, but that's fine. Not sure if it was the right move to build a Wackadoodle City. That's why I got the bioplas.
How Euro, no guns or shooting, but conference organizing. That, yes, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
And the trains are fast.
It is, yeah.
I am complete.
Complete?
Oh, and a driver. It's organize a conference.
Don't you love organizing a conference?
Go here.
Gas. Gas.
Up in there for steel blast.
I like this game. And the
Oh, is it the 3D printed Catan that like went around the internet a while ago? Like, is it the same one where like the cities are shaped and then the spots have terrain on them?
Yeah.
That must have taken forever to print.
And Nemo's War was a lot of fun. I hazily remember streaming it, and it was a very long game. I think you were sick on the couch shouting advice and encouragement to me. It was like a 3 or 4 hour stream, but chat was awesome and helped.
I think I was just making
decisions.
snide remarks.
Yes, you're making.
Yeah.
Sorry, when you say snide remarks, I hear it as encouragement, and support.
Okay.
That's the round.
That's the round.
I think we very barely lost right at the end.
I remember that. Oh yeah, I was making shouts about Nemo's character. I remember this. I need to get sick again so you can do some solo streams. Alright.
I mean, don't jinx it.
So we're on round 6. We are now over halfway through the game.
Alright.
Just under halfway through the game? No, you're right. I can't. Because the first phase has 4 rounds. Gotcha.
Oh, I have to discard a card.
Why don't... I mean, you should get an undersea server farm so your hand limit goes up by 1.
You didn't.
Yeah, I did. That's
my
why...
favorite card, and I've never had it. I've never owned it.
That's where all the waiters and waitresses hang out.
I thought you were gonna say that's where the cheating started.
Some of them might skim a little money from the till, but it's all in good fun. I am paying them to live underwater. So.
I mean, is it all in good fun? Are they having fun? Yeah. I need to play this card. I need to get this card played. It's crucial that I get this card played. But I can't play it this round. So...
Ooh, tiny magnets around the bases of the 3D printed pencils. That's awesome.
Very smart. Very smart. I mean, I have so many of these. I should probably just...
Oh, does this get replaced? No, it doesn't get replaced.
Does not.
No.
Ah, that's what I should do.
Terrible.
I can't do that. Damn it. Okay, I'll do that. Okay. I'm going to pay... I'm going to go there. So I'm going to build a city and I'm going to build a tunnel.
Okay.
So first I'm going to play this card. It's an in-game scoring card. So I have to pay 3 credits. Boop, 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 boop. And then I will build a city for 1 credit, 2 steel plasty, and a kelp. And then I will build a tunnel for 1 steel plasty and a credit. So I need 3 credits, yes. Which is instantly what I just paid to play that card. And then these are gone, and I need a normal, boring, plain city that people live in.
Here I go.
And a tunnel, please.
One day I'll get enough kelp to feed all my people.
And I'll go...
You go negative.
Here to get a kelp. You can't go beyond 0, apparently. The government steps in and helps. Draw a card.
John!
Is that where you wanted to go?
It is.
You play trial run?
That's what I needed.
First, I'm going to play
turn.
2 science, because I have the artificial intelligence, and do 3 upgrades. I will do this. 2 of these. Now I have 2 connected upgraded desalination plants, so I get a card with it.
Nice.
That's 2 cards.
Things are different now, John.
It's gotten real.
It's gotten real.
It's like a manacle off.
Alright, we're gonna do it.
Right here? Right now? We're live on the internet. John's here.
Alright, we're gonna do an extraordinary mission.
You
Stranger
can
things
leave.
have happened.
You can leave on your own.
Extraordinary mission. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can pay the cost to build a structure, and it's going to be a laboratory. And it will go here. And then I can pay science to immediately upgrade it. And then when I build a connected city's second laboratory, thanks to my biomet construction crew, I get a credit.
Nice.
Okay, then the second half of that card. Do I need to do these in order? Probably.
No.
Okay. I will do an action, and that action is I'm going to pay a credit or a science to upgrade one of my laboratories. So I'm going to pay that credit back. Because this one was already here. Anyway, I can do it in order, but I will upgrade that. So that is now an upgraded laboratory.
Nice.
So that happened. And then I will pay the 2 credits to do my extraordinary mission. And the extraordinary mission, I can do the action in any available slot. I'm going to do the action in this slot that John did. So I will use 3 science to upgrade 1 tunnel,
Very beautiful.
1 kelp farm, and 1 desalination plant, which gives me that.
Beautiful.
So that's 1 upgraded of each.
5 points.
Yep, and you get 5 points. You did it!
I did it! I haven't cheated this turn so far.
That we've noticed. Okay. So...
Getting a little warm over here.
My turn again. Well, I'm getting cold, so... Yeah. Do you know about Talon? I don't know what... They're talking about Talon and Space Empires 4X.
I've heard good things about Space Empires 4X. But it's like I've heard it's a very big, sprawling game, and it does take a while.
I know.
Out here.
I'm discarding. Just to clear my mind, my options.
Oh, I get a card.
It's like I want to do things, but I feel like in this moment I've stalled because I don't have like a clear direction for the next few turns, but I do have an overarching goal that I'm going for. So I'm gonna go here and smuggle because it's never steered me wrong to smuggle.
For stuff.
For stuff. However, you can keep the kelp.
Okay.
Because I am turning the kelp in to get one of these.
Keep the kelp, you filthy animal.
No, he's not a filthy animal. He's John.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, I'm very mean.
You're such
that
a
feeling.
jerk.
Okay. What's my plan here? My plan. Let's just do it.
Would you say that this is the heaviest game we're playing this week?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we're playing Futuropia, but stuff.
Yeah.
This is heavier than Futuropia.
So I get an action and special card. The action I'm gonna do is build a tunnel.
This expires on my birthday.
Hopefully you don't.
For drinking it?
Yeah. If it expires on your birthday and you drink it, does that mean you also do?
I feel like I just want to keep getting these cards.
They're amazing. They're so good.
I think I'm just cycling through them now.
I mean, you probably are.
It's not bad.
Oh, yeah, that's the amazing card I got last
Credit
game.
and a kelp to build a symbiotic city?
Yeah. So basically it costs 2 credits because you have to pay for the card.
Yeah. Still.
Yep.
That
pretty
saves
good.
you a
Amazing.
steal and a bio. It's my turn after John makes agonizing
done.
decisions, right? Okay.
Yeah, do what you need to do.
Canada don't want to.
I think we gotta do this. Do an action. Steel plast. So if I have at least 2 connected upgraded laboratories, gain a science, a steel plast, and a card. Which is awesome because my hand limit.
Hey, Daryl.
That also gives me an action. Another steel plast. Don't know what I'm gonna do with all this steel plasts. But that's fine. And then the action will be to use my personal assistant to get a credit. Money is reasonably tight in this game.
Depends on how much you smuggle.
Yeah. Or have upgraded.
Oh, we have an Ichi under the table now? Or did she go? She came and booped me.
She's over there.
She over there. Do your teeth hurt? Don't say your teeth hurt. That's an
I've
expensive
got one more
thing.
action.
You do, but not before me.
And you're probably taking the thing that I
Are you
want to
done?
Whoa!
Alright,
Yeah, I'm
take the thing I
done.
wanna do.
Oh no, I need my 4th card.
Was that it?
That was the thing I
Whoa!
wanted to do.
Yay!
Look at these cards.
Makes me so happy. Can I have 2 tunnels, please?
No.
I've already paid for it.
These are my things.
I'm gonna build there and there, so I get a kelp.
Oh, these actions are so terrible. That are happening.
Because I connected to the city! Yay! Oh, also I played this genetics lab card, so during production I can turn 1 biomatter into a steel pasta point for credit. Don't know if I'll do that early game, but in game might be helpful.
Okay, let's do this. It's kind of fun. I'll play lobbying office. So whenever I build a city, I get advanced 2 spaces in the Federation track.
Whoa.
And I will build a city.
You get credit.
Credit to John.
Credit is due. And then I'll also build a... Done.
It's a majigger, not a digger.
Oh, I should have this.
Speaking of a
Oh, I have to
thingamajigger,
I will just call this.
I forgot to draw.
No,
Ah!
this is to...
I flung that. That should be on top of the deck.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Done.
that's such a good card. Oh, it's such a good card. That's such a good card.
I need to like upgrade a lot more stuff for my in-game opponents.
Alright, don't need this lobbyist. Who needs lobbyists? Nobody likes lobbyists. Sorry to all the lobbyists out there.
Are you there?
Going here. Building a tunnel for a credit. Oh, that's corruption right there. Building a tunnel. So I've connected to this city, right? So that
Throwing
gives
away
me,
any card is painful, Daryl.
that gives me, because I really needed a tunnel. So I get a card, I get 3 kelp, and I get an influence.
Suddenly last.
Suddenly last. The Tiffany and Kyra story. So, sorry. Oh, and then my turn ended, so I get this, which means I will have to discard one.
So turn order changes.
Changes drastically.
Certainly does. And then, get your stuff back. Oh, I took a whole bunch.
Man.
Okay. I need some things.
I now know what it feels like.
Yeah, right?
When doves cry? So this one needs 2 tunnels to be connected?
Yeah.
So
You're
it's
in
production at the end of this round. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. I am saying that. even though I never said it. That's what I'm saying. It's your turn.
Oh, I thought it was John's.
I'm done.
Oh,
That was
okay.
quick.
Oh, right. Sorry, I was.
Yeah, the loud screaming, but not.
I'm used to. Yeah. Okay. What is that about?
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of silence at the table, especially when somebody has to discard a card.
Oh, that's where you're at.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Oh. Well, guess we'll just have to do this. Can I use a resource I get from the credit to pay for the action? That's in the bonus spot. So, get 2 cards in the credit. And then I will use the credit and a plasteel. I need more money to build a tunnel.
You build the city?
No, I don't have the credit for it.
His credit score is really low.
Why? Oh, because I got 2 cards from that, so then I got 1 from that.
Apparently.
Because of that.
Don't went where I wanna go. Feels awful when someone does that, don't you know?
Man, this hand limit of +1 is great.
Murdered. Much anger. Much anger. System overload with anger. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Friggin' lobby. Stupid, I get 2 credits.
Turn a thing into 2 credits and science.
Do you want to turn a thing into 2 credits in science? And I'm gonna pay one of these credits to draw 2 cards instead of just 1. Oh my goodness!
Wow.
It's that time of night.
I'm missing everywhere.
Alright, let's build some tunnels. Black market. And tunnels. So that gets me connection to this, which is $4. And a point. And this gets me one of these.
Stupid turn. Stupid turn.
Apparently it is.
Stupid turn.
That's what I hear.
So many times.
I think I'll do this. Construction windfall. If I have at least 4 connected cities, I may build a farm for free.
I'd just like to point out the confidence at which he's playing now.
Yeah.
And then I will pay a total of 3 kelp to build 3 farms.
It's gotten into the flow game.
Why are you building 2 farms?
Because I get 1 from construction windfall
nice.
and then 2 from that action.
It's for free though.
Good catch, John. Good catch.
Oops. I'm gonna do technology negotiation. I actually don't need the science because I'm playing this card to spend the science to upgrade one of my only science thingy.
Play a green card. As you do.
And then, oh, I needed to discard a card. Let's see, I discarded that one in the original card.
So you go first.
Wait, hang on.
Huh?
I didn't put a thing here.
Oh.
I was like, I have 2 of these out. Yeah,
I
sorry.
can still go first, though. I kind of like this better. Let's do that. I'm playing Autonomous Systems for $1. I get a steel class, but I get from the black market. I get to trade that steel class in for a science, and I'll use that science to upgrade the next times as an action. Oh, I also have 2 connected cities, which is that. Something.
Nice job, Dan.
Forgot about that. Sorry.
Yeah, you've had that for a while. A little bit.
What's your second connected city?
It's that guy.
Oh,
the bonus
the
one you
floating
got
garbage.
from a card. Yeah, it's a floating garbage town. I like it. That's officially what it is.
I'll take 3. Oh, 6 little archipelago here.
No, I think it's a floating garbage town. I think it's a floating garbage town.
It's the Great Garbage Patch. It's just people have moved in and like solidified it a little bit. It's a city out of nowhere in the middle of the ocean.
Yep.
Yeah, is it my turn?
It is. They're talking about the Nemo's War expansion, which you got.
I did.
I did.
Yeah, he got it because I went and bought the game for him.
Yeah,
that was his stream. What stream was that?
I think I have the missions.
I left. We finished playing a game, and then we were talking about Nemo's War, and I was like, "Oh, there's one of those at this game store," and everybody was like, "What? It's out of print?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, it's there." And so I drove to the game store and got it, and brought it back.
Steve and I done stream ourselves.
Maybe. I think you two were setting up something, or you were playing something 2-player. Yeah, we were doing a double stream, and I think between the first stream and the second stream, I went out and bought Nemo's War, and I think you came with me. But yeah,
I think we're gonna do a technology negotiations. We're gonna get, it's just a little silly, but we're gonna get a credit.
Steve.
But does that make me second? Or?
Yeah, second.
Oh, I
When
thought
you're
I was
on
just
top,
gonna be
you go
last.
first.
That's terrible.
You also went where I was gonna go, but it's fine. Because John ruined everything.
And
anyway.
but then the whole reason I played that card, I play a blast and a thingy to upgrade 2 tunnels.
That's nice. I'm generating new points. Oh no, I guess not. So 2 there.
And then my turn ended, so I got to the card.
Okay, I'm gonna go here. I'm playing another. When I upgrade tunnels, man,
Yeah.
it's gonna be great. Just last round of the game, just tunnels for everyone. Sadly, I can't build another thingy, which I wanted to do. So, I'm building a fancy city. May I please have a fancy city? Which will go here. Are you leaking?
Yeah.
And then I can build something else. I can't build the thing I want, so I might as well build a kelp farm. Because building a money factory is great, but a kelp farm feeds people. So can I have a kelp farm, please? So it'll go there, and then I draw a card.
Oh, you can build into the center. I don't know why I just didn't see that.
No one does. Okay. And then that's the round.
Perfection.
So, well, first we finish the round.
Oh, sure.
So, John gets bumped to last, and I go first.
Did you say snuggle first?
John goes
No,
first.
I go first.
Oh, you go.
I go first.
Snuggle first. Yeah.
And then we do production. Yay. So again, production time is on the handy dandy card.
Oh god.
So you just go down the columns on the card. So for example, I would get 4 kelp, but I actually have 4 cities that like eat kelp, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Then I would actually get a credit and a bioplasm from that, but I get 3 credits and 2 bioplasm for that. So I get 3 bioplasm and 4 credits from my desalinization plants.
Can I have 3 points, please?
I'm just gonna take those. And then upgraded science places gets me a steel plasty and a science. So I get that. Ah! Knocking cities around with my boobs again. Then for my tunnels, for every tunnel I get a credit, and every upgraded tunnel I get a point. So I get 2 points for my 2 upgraded tunnels, and I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 credits for all of my tunnels in general. And then I get 2 points for each of my symbiotic cities, so I get another 4 points for that. And then that's the things that I get on my board. Then cards. I get another steel plasty. See, there's like a lot every era.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like your income for the future round. Now I can spend one of my bioplasms that I got to get another steel plasty, a point, and a credit. And I'm actually going to do that. So I'm going to discard one of them. So I have 2 instead. And I get a steel plasty. I'm just standing up now. And I get another credit. And I get a point.
And then
There's...
I get 1 more credit.
And then we make sure to reactivate any of our action cards so we can use them once more.
And then I feed.
And then we feed. And I actually already did my feeding because I produce exactly the correct amount of kelp for the feeding of my people.
What's the little arrow green thingy?
That means that when you build stuff, you can use a bioplasm in exchange of a kelp or a...
I did not process that before.
Alright.
There we go.
Last round of the game. I'm swimming in everything but
3
kelp.
rounds.
So, it's the last 3 rounds of the game, but we discard the entirety of the Era 2 deck. So I'm going to put it there. And now we have an Era 3 deck. Bless you.
We get 3 more cards from Era 3.
We do. Are you cold now? You were warm, and now you're cold.
Yeah, but yeah. I also never cheat, so that's fine.
Oh, I forgot you wore that shirt for today. So put that there. And now it's my turn, but I have to discard down. Era 3 deck has in-game point cards. Oh, I had that last time, didn't I? Oh, that was a Ramsey. Sorry, everybody. It's a Ramsey.
I mean, yeah, it should be on.
Now she's realized that if she barks enough, maybe her sister will drop the chewy and she can steal it. Because the neighbor dog is barking and distracting.
Where's Farley going?
No. Sorry, everyone.
I don't know. Sometimes these dogs, I just get to a point and I just snap
At them.
at them.
Yeah, that's an important
With the snap.
other part to add,
Yeah.
is that you
So-
snap at them. Yeah, I know, Ichi, it's a bad joke. I want this card, but I want that card, but I want that card.
So this is something I thought I wasn't going to enjoy about this game, but I like it because many of the cards are good or useful because each card could also be like a power activation. So like even the cards that you don't want, you might want in your hand just for flexibility. Oh goodness! Of course. How am I not surprised?
Of course. It's a horse. I'm playing smuggling.
It's a horse mask.
So in the last game, there was a card. It was an in-game point where if you had $15, you got a bunch of points. And I could have used that card this round, but it's not in the game, so it's fine. And then the action that I will use is I'm gonna organize a conference, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna spend 2 of my science to upgrade 2 things. And one of those things will be a tunnel, which gets me quite a bit. So I get a steel plasty, I get a credit, and then I can spend that credit to get a point in a card. So I just need steel plasty for building my... Hey! You're done. No. You're done. And then I get to upgrade something else. I already spent the research. The other thing that I will upgrade is... The only thing I can't upgrade is tunnels or kelp farms. An upgraded kelp farm does give me points though, which is pretty nice.
So many points.
So I was like almost took from you. I was like, I'll just upgrade a kelp farm. Can I have a kelp farm, please?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So I will upgrade this kelp farm right here. And that was me organizing a conference. So then I draw a card. Now there's an Ichi at my feet. Alright.
And then it's suddenly my turn.
Yep.
Sitting in a tunnel. So we're gonna do things. 2 credits, a bioplas, and a kelp, and a plus. Oh, I have to break my plasteel apart. So I paid that. And got 2 credits, and a kelp, and a bioplas. To build a purple people eater. Nobody wants to live there. And then I'm going to build a tunnel, and that tunnel costs a
The
plus.
fires are crazy in California right now.
And that to build a
And they're just
tunnel.
gonna get worse every year. It's the...
And then that
Yeah.
gets me a thing on the track, and then I spend a science to build a second tunnel. Oh, that was probably an error too. I'm gonna build it there. And then I actually place my thing. There you go.
I'm not gonna get there. I shouldn't bother with that. Why did I waste a card on that? Can I undo something?
I mean, your victory will be hollow and meaningless, but
That's
sure.
fine. I picked up a specialist card and I picked up that one and then I just realized it actually doesn't work for what I'm doing at all. So never mind. So I picked up a different one.
0 points.
Yeah.
If you want to take your thing back and just move it.
Oh, no. No, I wanted a specialist card. It's fine. I wanted an action card. I wanted to smuggle. It was, yeah. I just grabbed the wrong specialist.
Let's do this.
Did I get like 2 points for this? I don't think I
I
did.
don't think you did.
for production?
Yeah, for this city.
Oh, it's a production one. Ooh,
Yeah, I don't
nice.
think I did.
I'm gonna build this. Oh no, I gotta play the card first. Let's get a buck for playing a card. Ooh, that's cool. What? Special delivery.
Where was this my whole life?
Oh, wait a minute. No, I take that back. Sorry. Absolutely. Sorry, I played this orange card and I saw information that I shouldn't have, so I will go ahead and do it. And I'll build a city.
That.
So that'll cost me.
That's a backup.
Those $1 to the discount. I'll give me 2 bumps on there, and I'll go back.
Pre-discarding.
There. And then I'll build a. There's there. Done.
I don't even have.
I'm so used to going after John. I was like, ooh, my turn.
No, it's my turn.
Not at all. That's the name of my cities. Not at all. It's an at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
I'm gonna smuggle there. But I actually get 2 credits for going up here, so I just need 1 credit and then a bunch of stuff. So I need pulp, steel plasty, and a card. Can I actually just have a card?
It's the name of your underwater nation is Shenanigans.
It's thank you, actually. I need another card.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Nope.
Alright. Now it's my turn.
I was steel plasty starved last round, and now I'm like, I have so much steel plaster!
I'm going to Happy Super Fun Land. Pay 3 research to upgrade 3 structures. I'm gonna upgrade Kelp Farm, Kelp Farm, and Kelp Farm.
Sorry, I'm just excited.
And then, because it was industrial espionage, who doesn't love industrial espionage? I get 3 cards. Oh, good lord.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's garbage. Never discarding, or no.
You're just gonna say never discarding again. Because I would like to point out that that's a bad idea. I am...
Oh no! Have a hand on the floor.
Okay. So
Here's my turn. Yeah, these cards are garbage. Corruption is garbage. It's all about industrial espionage. All my industrial espionage taught me about was corruption. I don't approve of that.
I'm going to play technology negotiation.
Dang.
So I'll play 2 credits in the science. So build an upgraded farm. Done.
Okay. I'm gonna play...
Can I undo what I discarded?
I discard this card. And then Like, I know what card I'm gonna play, I just don't know which of the actions I want. That's, like, another interesting quirk with this game.
It's fine, I take back my cheating.
If you think about it long enough, he takes back his cheat.
Yep.
Let that be a lesson to...
Hey, no, it's just an unilateral and Polish rules exception.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I never cheated.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna play Survey. And I'm gonna... It lets me build on an expansion. I may build a building on an expansion spot, pay the usual cost. So I'm going to build a desalinization. Singing it apparently. Oh, we're out. Can I have a desalinization plant? It's yellow. Which just costs a coin, and I'm gonna do it there. And then I actually get a credit. I get 2 cards, and I go up, so I get a steel plus. Can I actually have 3 cards, my love?
It's your turn, Steve.
It's my turn.
There's the restaurant.
Do the right thing.
I don't know what the right thing is. I don't know.
I mean, take a turn. It's the first step.
Take a turn first. Alright, I'm gonna go here. So I'm gonna play Corruption.
That's fun.
So I'm gonna pay a kelp to go 1, 2, 3.
Damn it. What's your point? Still plus?
Guess yep, a point and a steel plus and a credit. Oh no, I was here, right? Yeah, I was here, and I go 1, 2, 3. So good. And then I get a kelp instead of building a city because I can't build a city because I'm out of kelp, but it's fine. And then the door.
Alright, you all read this?
Card. Dun, 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 dun.
You go there. I get a steel class. I go play a card. The card I'm gonna play is I get to pay $1 to use 2 of my actions. So I gotta use 3 actions. So pay $1. First action is gonna be build a city. And it's gonna be a symbiotic city, so you did the most epic chain.
Alright,
I'm
I'm ready.
Alright, so I did green.
You did that one?
Did
No,
this one.
Oh,
I
okay.
get to play an action, and I get to pay $1 to use 2 more actions.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna pay steel class, help $1, so I get a discount. The whole city.
Oh, you got it.
This one, which will give me this, which will be 4 points and a buck.
Damn it! I was gonna do it on my turn. Turn.
I had to decide to build a city.
I built a city, which gets me 2 bumps here.
Yeah.
Which gets me
Oh!
that. No, you're still
Gosh.
first. No, I'm first.
Yeah, you're first. You got it.
Give me another point. So that's my first action.
I
Second action is going to
should
build
build the city.
a tunnel. Right there, which will get you a kelp. Third action is going to build another tunnel. For $2. I'll build it. And I'm done.
Do tunnels connect even if there's no city? Like, could I build tunnel, and
Yeah.
connect to that?
Yep.
Yeah.
That would trigger that.
Alright, end of the round. So, we're on the penultimate round. And I go last again.
Turn order.
I worked really hard
A
to
shift.
not be last. And then I ended up being last.
I mean, it just goes to show. You can try so hard and get so far, but in the end, it didn't matter. Well, not. Thanks, Linkin Park.
You go here. I want. I don't know science. I don't know if those things. I got 3 of those for 6 points. I'll be making 4 points of this. Oh, that's this. No, just have to play something. Play that one.
Even those special mission cards coming from you.
Do you want to pay a science for playing a fucking card? And then I do an action. Action I'm gonna do. Organize points. What did that do? I'm done.
Night, Vinyl Rabbit. Thanks for hanging out.
Alright, let's do it. Let's build a city. Can build a city. So I get to build a city with a discount of 1 kelp. And build a city.
That's amazing.
So, in total, because I'm going to build a regular and a special, because I only have...
How many specials are left?
2.
So I need a bio, a kelp. I need 3 plasteel. I need 3 credits.
Oh, this is an action. You can do this.
Huh?
It's an action.
Oh, that's okay. That's
yeah,
all
you have to
cheating.
activate it.
Okay,
Oh,
it's good. Good catch, John. Well, I'm still gonna.
Still build 1 city.
he's still gonna do it.
Still gonna do it. I'm still gonna build a city. So I've already paid for it. Okay, so there's that pays for the tunnel, and then these 2. Oh no, I paid for the city already. This, and this. But no, I don't get the top discount because that's cheap. Okay, thank you, John. So I get only the special city. And
Alright, now that he's done cheating, I'm actually gonna build a city and build a city.
what?
With the biomac test. So I...
3 steel class? Amazing.
Yeah, for a symbiotic.
Amazing.
What?
And I'll do
That's
that
so
one
good.
right here.
Why
And
would you not? I
then-
guess
I have these beautiful babies to build the last symbiotic.
terrible.
Oh no!
Oh, so
Mhm.
bad. Let's see
Yeah.
one of these. And a card.
Yeah.
You want to build a building?
Yes, I do. I will build I really need kelp farms. Let me tell you what I need. It's kelp farms. But I'm gonna build a steel box here. Good night. Science lab. Boop.
Speaking of kelp farms,
It's not your turn yet. It's John's turn. John goes before you.
oh right, because you're not going first, you're going last.
Uh-huh. Tell us more about your feelings.
Yeah, we need to do a suboptimal move.
Not a suboptimal move.
For John.
It's terrible love.
Blah, 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 blah.
Alright. Well, I need to get this done. Let's just get it. That'll be $3. Which red thing am I going to do is the question. And what I'm going to do. Let's use this. That dude. So I'm going to do an
Yes.
action card first.
The player boards for Underwater Cities are thin as well. They're just paper.
Suboptimal move is just doing my personal assistant.
D-Day at Iwo Jima has not hit the table yet, no. Priority is Essen games. But we're getting through them.
Just get sick. It's fine.
We did not buy you a specific game for you this year, Essen. We bought you Legos.
Then
There was nothing that really jumped out at me that we didn't already get.
No.
2. Oh, did I keep this? So I get to build 2 tiles. Get a plus 2. And that gets me help.
Oh wow, that gives
This
you a lot.
gets me 2 more credits.
Yeah.
Like help. Plus 2. A thingy. And a card. And then I get a look.
Okay. Discard that. And then I go to Science Town. And I do 2 upgrades. One of which is a tunnel. So my tunnel engine activates. So I get a credit, a steel plasty, but I'm not going to get the credit. I just want a steel plasty because I will get a point and a card instead. Yeah. And then the card that I'm playing for that is this one, which is the Nano Grill Online, which if I have at least 2 connected symbiotic cities, I get 1 point.
Nice.
Which is not a lot, but the orange cards are pretty weak, and I really just need the upgrade. Oh, sorry, the second upgrade I'm doing is this cup one. Right here. If I can have a cup one. Because I did 2 upgrades. I did 1 tunnel and then
I see.
Yeah. I paid for 2, I just didn't
I see.
get it yet. No, we're under an ocean, not a sea.
Mm-hmm.
It's important to find out what this card would have gotten discarded last turn, because it's what I played last turn, and then I get this. Ooh. Okay. John's turn.
It hurts. I do want to look at this. I do.
But is that just, because you want to, or because you need to, or what's the motivation for John?
To block y'all from going first.
Corruption, John.
It's my turn.
Yeah, the player board size doesn't super bother me. We'll see what the import price point
I
is.
guess I'm still pretty
But this was 45 euros at Essen,
That is pretty sad.
which was
GG.
$50 US.
It's not a bad price.
No, it's a great price. It just depends on who brings it over.
Yeah.
Right? If Stronghold brings it over, which I don't know if they would, because it would, mess with the Terraforming Mars thing. I don't know.
Who did Pulsar?
CGE. But he stepped away from CGE to do his own development thing.
Yeah.
So, because normally CGE does all that stuff in-house.
Right. Who did?
Shipyard? CGE.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it CGE thing?
Yeah.
I'm
pretty sure.
Like it.
No, I know.
Alright. I'm gonna special delivery. So
Do a tunnel or?
nope. Pay a credit.
Sure, do you want to do a tunnel?
Pay a credit to go first. Pay a credit to get 2 points and a card.
And you get a credit.
And then I get a credit. And then I get 2 more cards. And then I get another credit. Or you gave me both credits.
Just one credit.
Well, because I get 1 from that and 1 from that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's fine, John. It's fine. That's totally fine. Okay. And then I get a card at the end of
Well, I just remembered I had this card in my hand for this exact reason. This exact reason, John. You are the reason we can't have nice things, and why I kept this card.
Nope, hold on.
You're gonna destroy me, aren't you?
No, I'm not gonna destroy you. I'm just gonna take first.
No.
back.
No. I got that card. Those 2 cards.
I just have to decide which of those things I want.
Good lord, my hand.
Oh man. It's a great question. Building factories at this point is just points. But it's like a point each.
I mean, the green ones are the best. They give you points for your upgrading.
If I can upgrade them in time, but yeah, you're right. But I don't have the means to build the green ones. This is a discard. And I'm playing Extraordinary Mission, which lets me pay a credit to immediately perform any action in an available green slot.
That's amazing.
It's an extraordinary mission. But which red spot do I want? That's the real question. I could build 2 science factories, but I don't need more steel plasticity at the end of the game, and upgrading them would just get me more stuff I don't need. They're more of like a mid-game thing. I could build 1 kelp farm with my bioplasm. Otherwise, I could just get a bunch of steel plasticity and some kelp, which it's not a bad thing necessarily, because it would help me build more tunnels, but I only need 1 more tunnel, really. I mean, how many tunnels do you need? For honest. I'll do that. So 2 steel plastic. And then I will pay a single credit, which I actually need 4 back, because I have 5. And I actually get 2 more credits back, so I actually need 6 back, so yeah. And then I need another steel plastic. Sorry, I got a lot on that turn. Just make it rain.
Alright.
That's the end of the round!
Wait, did you...
So I would draw a card.
Did you do shenanigans to go first?
Yeah.
Yep. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my horrific hands.
And then... Thank you.
Do your worst. Last round.
Last round.
Last reactions.
Well. What? Oh, that's... That would have been helpful earlier this round. That's why I was holding on to that. Sure, okay. Do I want to do that? Alright, we'll go here to do some genetic experimentation. To turn in this steel bioplasm.
For 2 points.
Wait. For 2 points. And I get 1 of everything. That is.
I'm gonna go to the other science town, do a technology negotiation.
Oh, I get a card.
I may pay a science and a credit to upgrade 2 tunnels. But I'm gonna get the 2 science that I get from going there, and then use it, which is legal, right? I get the 2 science. And then I'm gonna pay science and 1 credit to upgrade 2 tunnels. Yeah, and then...
Okay then. I'll work that out. So I'll use an action. Well, first I'll play a card. Espionage, let me draw some cards.
I had a card forever ago. Return these points.
It's going to be the best one. I'm getting not much science, so that's not going to be good. That would be 6 points. Yeah. This is the best one. The action I'm going to do is all I have left. I'm good. I now have 7 cards.
Have I met Vladimir Suchi?
Oh, the director.
I honestly can't remember. I want to say yes. I might have met him at an Essen? I don't know. And I have not seen the director's cut of The Abyss.
I've seen the Abyss, but it was like on TV as a kid, and I don't know if I saw all of it, and it was the TV cut, whatever that was. It was an awesome movie. Well, in my head, I think I have it mixed up a decent amount with Sphere, which is a weird book and a weird movie. It is a super weird movie. And they're different, but, kid brain.
Oh, wow. So if you go there, you can actually build a tunnel for, cheaper.
Where?
The
Here?
upgrade, yeah. Right? Am I reading that right?
I think you pay the usual cost.
Yeah.
So you still have to pay the $1.
No, this isn't any resource. This means usual cost.
Oh, okay.
So it won't
Pay
be
the
as
usual
cheap.
cost to build a structure.
That's fine.
Does a tunnel count as a structure?
Yeah. That symbol is for all the buildings and tunnels.
Oh, okay.
So I will build an upgrade tunnel. Which, when I upgrade a tunnel, I get a sealed pass to your credit. I don't want the credit because I instead will get a point and an extra card. Did I did technically have to discard a card for the start of my turn, which will have been this one. Wait, did I play a card? No, I didn't. The card that I'm playing, this is why I had to make cards. The card that I'm playing is this one, which is Free Trade Network. If I have at least 3 upgraded tunnels adjacent to connected cities, gain 2 points. Can you let her out? So I'm there. In addition, I get to do an action. I will build a farm or a desalinization plant. At the usual cost, and I get another card. So I will build a farm. No? Will I build a farm? Only time will tell. I'll build a farm. So I'll build a farm. And I'll build
The game has me engaged, but I'm trying to figure out what I want to do on my turn while walking through the house and holding the cards.
Sorry, and then I actually get to draw a card. Sorry, everyone. Cena's going off and EG's going off. I think we have new neighbors moving in. So barky dogs.
Yeah.
Let's see his turn. Help me. Wait. Oh yeah, and hey Rex. And then H is Barky again.
Did you say if you met Vladimir Sushi?
I think I have. I don't think I was formally introduced to him, but yeah. Thank you, honey. It's your turn.
Did you know that Ichi gets a treat when Luna comes in?
Mm-hmm. Thing in this house.
Yes, it's my turn. Alright. What was I gonna do again?
That one I can't help you with. We are only doing YouTube Live right now. I broke Twitch. Which is a great time to break Twitch when you're planning to do a week of streams. It's great to break where half your audience watches. It's the best. I broke it, and then we use this third-party service to dual stream, and the third-party service's configuration web server has been down all day. And I contacted their customer service, and they were like, yeah, sorry about that. We'll let you know when it's up.
So it's an action.
They haven't, I haven't gotten an email.
Yet another action. I can't read the corner of the card down. It's okay.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten an email. That it's up, so.
So technically you didn't break it. The web service broke it.
The web server broke it, but I intentionally broke it knowing I would fix it minutes later.
And they made it.
And then they made it where I couldn't fix it.
Yeah.
So.
I will do this, which is actually an instant. So, 2 kelp.
Yep.
To build 2 farms.
And you get a...
Oh, also, tomorrow...
And then I get a decel plant.
So we're streaming every day this week. Tomorrow, I finally bought, I researched and paid a good amount of money for a shock absorber mic mount thingy for our mic. So tomorrow's stream will have a different mic setup, and hopefully it will reduce the table noise significantly. So, yeah, it should arrive tomorrow. We'll see if it actually arrives tomorrow. So tomorrow's stream will be like the first test of it. But here's to hoping. I keep thinking that this is like bumped off.
I know. I'm done.
Okay.
Final turn of the game.
I drew an awesome card.
I'm proud of you.
All I want to do is biomech tests.
Just biomech tests all day, every day.
Look at that octopus that's biomechanized and happy. Yeah, they live happy lives. Oh, Rex popped in.
Yeah, he's been chatting. A little bit. He just got here. Right when the dog barking was happening.
Did you see the thing with the wind play?
Oh
Also,
no,
hi,
you
Rex.
didn't. I did not read that thing yet. Is it me tapping the table? I'm sorry. Sorry.
Oh, it's probably me. It's probably me.
But I bought a new mount to help. I'm just gonna build a city, I guess, because it's 2 points. If I can feed the bastards.
I think I'm a
1,
table
2,
tapper.
3, 4, 5, 6. I can't feed it if I
But you're
build
it.
it.
Has to be connected too, though.
Yeah, but it's only 2 points if I build it. So never mind, I won't build a city. What will I do? I'm gonna get more cards. I'll go there. Yeah, so I go up, and then I get 2 cards, and I get a credit. But I'm playing Extraordinary Mission, so I'll spend the credit. This was just a subtle way for me to get into a yellow slot. Ha 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 ha. And the yellow slot I'm getting is the one that lets me do an action card and a specialty. So I get the card that I put back later, but I actually get my 2 cards for the things. And then I get to do an action, and
You're not
action...
be able to play that card, though. It is your last turn.
It is my last turn. That's a really good
FYI.
point. So I shouldn't do that action. Thank you for pointing out. It's my last turn. I guess I'll do the yellow thingy that lets me build a thing, and I'll build a science place. I'll build a science place right there. And then I just get another card for my actual end turn card.
Alright, Steve.
There's a card. Oh, sorry. There was
very loud.
There was a card I wanted to play, but I realized at the last second it's actually an action.
I'm glad you realized this turn.
I did. This turn. It's taken all game. I'm doing a biomech test. Oh, sorry.
It is you tapping the table.
Who's tapping the table?
Which action are
Oh,
you taking?
oops.
2 of them, apparently.
I'm building to...
Is the square trap line crooked?
I'm building
Oh,
to...
this
the
thing.
dark- yeah.
This is no. I keep wanting to correct
So I'm
it.
paying a total of 3 credits, 2 to build 2 D cells, and 1 to build 1 tunnel. Sorry, John. Sorry, John. This is your comeuppance for taking the special action, or going first and taking the special.
Yeah, what else can I do?
Oh, wow.
So I will place that D cell there.
It's gone forever.
Oh, it rolled.
I will place this D cell.
Why is this a 3rd error card? Oh my gosh.
I know, the 3rd era cards are like...
Amazing, or like why?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's like they make the abilities more expensive or like less efficient, but there's more interesting... Like the 3rd era cards are really interesting, but they're harder to use. Sorry.
I want more turns.
Yeah,
Just like
one more
another
points would be
era.
great.
Yeah, that'd be great.
This is worth 2 points to me. This is only worth 1 point. But...
I was actually going to ask you, Rex, if you could, after the Learn to Play on Sunday, if you could swing by and give the girls a potty break. But I'll text you right now. I'll just pick up my phone and text you.
3 points. Do an action. Front of the city. Oh, like, one resource short everywhere. But it's looking at 2 points. If I do that, it's going to be 1. I don't know. I thought we were supposed to make turn.
We've built so many underwater cities, y'all.
And everyone who lives in the cities are very happy.
There's no happiness right now.
I'm making it up.
Let's do that. Boop, boop. For a point. The free trade partners. Just give me a point for every connected city. Or metropolis, which is 3.
Whoa. I think you and I will give him a good run for his money if maybe we combine our scores. Okay.
That's a standard game, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's the end of the era. So we do the end of prom stuff normally. Which I don't know if it has any effect, but we'll do it anyway. So now we do production. A la normal production rules.
Oh boy.
Okay. Need my handy dandy cheat sheet right here.
Is there a score pad for production?
Right.
Just do it one type at a time. I get 6 food, which is exactly what I need for cities. But I do, however, get 3 points for my double thingies. Next line, desalinization. I get $3 plus 2 bioplasma plus another $1, $4 and 3. That's $5 and 3 bioplasma. Can you give me a 3 bioplasma? Thank you. But I can discard one of them to actually get a point and a steel plastic and another credit. So I will do that. Okay. So that's. Then the next one, I get 1, 2. I get 2 science, 3 science, 1 steel plastic. I think I got the wrong resource type last round. I think I got steel plastic when I should have gone science. Maybe not. Tunnels.
So many things.
So I get 5 points from tunnels.
If only we had player boards that had like
And
little trackers
6.
so we could track the number of each resource.
You would forget during the round.
No, I totally would. I like this better.
Okay, so I did my tunnels. So now I'm on my cities. So I got 2, 4, 6, 8 points from those.
And then I have to feed all my cities, which is
and then I get 2 points from being connected to that. And then I also get another steel plast. So much steel plast. Yeah, we don't need our cards.
I'm only producing 1 steel plast.
I have so much steel plast.
And then we turn everything into.
Let's do this step by step.
Yeah, we're gonna do that together. And then make sure you feed. I fed.
Mm-hmm. You fed on your citizens? Wait, no.
Okay.
Soylent Green.
Kelp is green, Soylent Green is green.
Yep.
Okay. So now we're going to do endgame scoring. So we're going to do this one at a time for everybody. We're going to go line by line. So first things first, if you've connected to your distant city that gets you points, you get points for that. I did not connect to that, but Steve and John did.
Go ahead, Steve.
To connect to what?
Your brown city.
Oh, 9 points.
Very nice.
50 points. That's all I want.
I get 2 points for a specialist card. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12 points.
Probably should have gotten some of those.
Well, it's not because...
Yeah, they're awesome.
Alright, in-game cards. So, Tiffany, you have 1.
I have 1, which gives me 2 points for every upgraded desalinization plant, so that's 6 points.
I get 1 point for every 3 connected farms, so that's just 2 points.
I get 2 points for every biomass up to 6, so that's 4, so that's 8 points. And I don't think I give them up, do I?
The pay is the filled in area.
Yeah, you
So I do pay, okay.
Yep.
The carrot is
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
just if you have
And then 2 points for every red city, so that's 6.
There it is.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Alright, I will give you more points
Thanks.
if you need them.
Then we do city scoring.
This is it's a map building. It's not really deck building. You're like laying cards to a tableau that like will activate like engine building, empire building. You're building underwater cities. So we each have our own little hub of cities.
Yeah, mine are better than Tiffany's.
Okay, next up we're gonna do our city points. So each city that you have will get a base of 2 points. But depending on, the city has to be connected, so it has to be connected via tunnels to your starting city. And then if the city has, depending on the number of unique building types associated with the city will depend on points. So this city that I have here, these 2 actually, I don't have anything around them, so they're each just going to be 2 points for me. So I would get 2 points for those. But this city right here, I actually have 1 of each type of plant, so I'm going to get the full 6 points for that city. Thank you. And so this one right here, I actually only have 2 unique types, so I'm actually only going to get 4 points. This one I have all 6 types again, or 3 types again, so I get another 6 points. And then this one I again only have 2 types, so I'll only get 4 points for that. Thank you, John.
Alright, and then as for me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my cities have 2 types, so it's 20 points, and then 3 more for this one, so 23.
So 1, 2, 3, so that's 75.
75.
That's a good way to do it. So that's 1, 2, that's good. 4, 8, 14, 18, 21, 23 points.
1, 2, 3, 101.
And then trade in all your basic goods for $1.
I just get
Everything's $1?
Except for the biomass.
biomass is $2. So I get $16 from resources. And then every $4 is a point. So I have
8, 9, so that's 19.
I get 8 points.
19 credits. I'll turn 1 in and get 20.
I have $38, which means 36 is the closest. So yeah, I get 9 points. So there.
Oh, this is going to be 8 points in this next week.
We will. I just
I
need
got
to
it.
turn in massive piles of resources.
This does play solo. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I read the solo rules.
Is there
36 divided by
Yes.
36 divided by 4 is 9.
The rules are closest to. No, they're not. They were. Steve stole them. Okay, so hang on. So that's it. That's the game. Once you convert money to points, that's it. So the final scores.
John gets an extra $20.
John is the winner. with 109 points.
Well done.
Thank you.
Very well done. Steve is in second with
84 points.
84 points, and I am in third place with 78 points.
Close game. Two of us are on the same side of the board.
Yay!
Woo!
We're together.
And then Team Tiffany is in first place with,
Yep.
let's see, 78 plus 84. That's 162?
Sure.
Yeah,
Well done.
160.
There you go.
when we work together, John.
Yeah.
And that's an advantage of these. So again, we
Yay.
played with the government contracts, which were these cards. They give you something to kind of go for, and they get extra points. And they are they're a variant. You don't have to play with them.
Sorry.
But yeah. Then there is a B side to everybody's player boards. So every player board has another side, which is has where certain zones to build on actually cost you things.
Oh, really?
And the differences are buildings.
Daryl mentions what the solo rules are.
Okay, so in the solo rules, if you have 7 buildings, he's saying if you have 7 buildings,
For cities.
if you have 7 cities plus over 100 points, you win.
John, did you have 7 cities?
I did not. I had 6.
You lost, John.
I lost.
Oh, right, I remember now. And then you use action slots, and they rotate, so they're always, you use the other side of the board, but you'll lock the farthest left on each section, and then at the end of every round, it rotates, all of them rotate once.
Oh, interesting.
So you'll always have one slot of every type covered.
That's pretty cool.
But you didn't anticipate it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Underwater Cities. We're actually going to probably put it in the baggies off camera.
So yeah, there's...
Oh yeah, here we go, the
B-side.
B-side. So, the ones in red, I believe that...
What do they cost? Oh, but does this give 3 times the production?
For that location, maybe.
That's cool. And this produces...
They have
help.
surcharges. So you have to pay the extra resources to build on those
so it costs
locations.
an extra buck.
Yeah.
Or an extra buck of skill class. Oh, but this city produces 2. That's cool.
Oh. I see a 3x production.
So if you do an
Yeah,
upgraded
there's-
tunnel, there would be 3 points and 3 money.
There's production
Nice.
modifiers, and then there are...
Oh, and there's even building bonuses.
yeah.
That's cool.
Yep. B-side's a bit different.
Nice. I like it.
So yeah, this was John and I's second time playing, and I don't know, but I still enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed seeing that my strategy was different based on the cards that I got, but still similar. I like to build engines, so I did the best I could. Which I maybe was focused on. I would focus too much on cards that I had gotten. Who knows?
Yeah, I took a different route than last time. I think the last game I only had 2 action cards the whole game. Maybe 3.
Yeah.
And that I didn't hurt from it, but just wanted to see what it had tons of actions.
Mm-hmm. Did you feel like you were able to activate them often enough?
Well, we did play the first era wrong.
I meant this game. I
last
think
game.
these.
Oh, no, in this game,
Oh,
I mean,
this game.
did you feel like you were able to...
Oh yeah, at the end of era 3, all these were activated.
Nice.
What about you, Steve? This was your first time playing.
I had a lot of fun trying to build mini engines. I was trying to get cards that had infinite activations, and a couple of them were pretty useful. But I kind of tweaked my strategy based on the cards I had early. I had stuff which let me make it a little cheaper, a little easier to build labs. So once I had upgraded labs, I was going into each era with more research, so I was able to upgrade stuff more. So I was kind of going with a strategy trying to build more, which meant I wasn't fighting for turnover as much, which means I couldn't rely on actions or special as much. But it actually, at least for me, it turned out okay. I was able, pretty much every one of my actions, I was doing something important.
Yeah.
So that felt really good to me. I don't feel like I really had a throwaway turn.
I think I only had 1 or 2, but it was at the end of the game when I realized there was nothing I could really do. So
This would be rough with 4 players.
So in 4 players, there's an additional action slot that lets you use a spot that somebody else had used, I believe.
So it's like the Caverna style.
Is that
copy spot.
But
as many people can go there, or just one person can go there?
I don't remember. But I would point out nobody used this spot.
Nope.
This game.
Oh, that was the spot?
Yes. I taught it to you last night, and we taught it at the start of the game.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a village.
Mm-hmm.
I need to read this frequently over the rules section.
So, yeah, but I scheduled us 3 hours to stream and play this, and that included a rule teaching, dogs barking, shenanigans, internet chat, and then a little bit of teardown. So I feel like 2.5 hours would have been reasonable for like playing this, and then once we get more comfortable with this game,
Did we get a roll?
really comfortable we can play.
4 action card limit. I don't know if that would have affected you too much.
Oh, really?
We have a higher hand limit?
No, 4 action cards down. Oh, and your personal assistant counts as one of the 4.
Oh, I forgot about that. I
Yeah.
did forget about that.
I feel like this is a game
Asterisks.
that, like, this game has a frequently overlooked rules section in the book. I can imagine it's gonna take, it takes a couple times to.
I think that was
figure
our only
out.
one. I only had 3 action cards. Did you have more?
6.
Oh.
I think
Well, John's victory's hollow.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think I ended
But
with
2 of them were essentially useless. So.
I think you discard them. So when
Yeah.
you play an additional one, you discard what you already have.
Yeah,
so.
if you play an additional one, you discard. So
I get points for.
John Edwards asked, where did John get points where we didn't?
I was generating 10 points per production.
You went heavier on kelp farms.
Yep.
Early game.
Yep.
Which helped.
Tunnels produce only.
And then I also had
city.
2
Yes.
of the end game point generating cards as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I think.
And
I treated
earlier-
that one was that doesn't count as a city, right? No.
That's well, you had a city here, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
So I.
You also went very hard on these earlier.
Which comboed with my personal goal.
I ignored my personal goal this game, which I think I started to do it and then I stopped, and that was kind of the thing that I felt. I started doing things to be like, oh, I'll get points for that, and then I would abandon it and then go and do something else. So, I think at a certain point in the game you have to really commit to your main point generation method, and I just didn't do that in this game. So, yeah. But, we've mentioned a lot in this stream that it plays very similarly to Terraforming Mars, because it does. Vladimir even adds, a thing on the back of the box about it. Honestly, where is it? Maybe it's in the rules. I think it's in the front.
That he was inspired by it?
No, he does not say he's inspired by it. Can I have
That
that?
he wanted to fix it?
Yes. Okay.
Right here. It's the second sentence on the front of the rulebook. The Earth is overpopulated. The colonization of Mars is always 4 decades away.
Shade thrown.
A little bit. There's a lot of similarities in this game and Terraforming Mars. It just can't be ignored. And I think, honestly, he did that on purpose. I think that he probably played Terraforming Mars and maybe enjoyed it and decided that he wanted to take his own spin on it, which is fine. Designers do that a lot. I think it works really well.
Yeah.
I think in this situation, fans of Terraforming Mars will find this game comfortable in a new area, and it'll be a little bit more strategic, I feel, than Terraforming Mars, while being I think John was saying, or somebody was saying earlier, maybe a little less thematic. So
I was gonna say the action cloning tile is just once per round.
Okay.
So one person will use it, they take the tile,
So
and it
it'd still
doesn't
be
go
much
back.
tighter than-
So it would still be tight, but in 4 players. And you have to use an action that's occupied by a different player. So you can't use something that you did already again, which I think helps make sure that someone isn't choosing it.
I feel that I feel like on the Terraforming Mars similarities, I think we've already talked about it, but for me personally, I like the fact that the card hand management is very tight. You don't get that in Terraforming Mars. I also like that there's an action area where that players can block each other, because in Terraforming Mars, the only blocking that you can do is on the planet, and the planet's pretty big. So there's that. This game does play 2-player. John and I played this 2-player first, and we both enjoyed it a lot.
I bet.
The 2-player side of the board looks very similar to I still think this is a card. I want to pick this up. The 2-player side of the board is very similar to the 3 and 4-player side of the board. This is
There's a lot less action spots.
Yeah, and the spots themselves are different too.
There's 3 less action spots, and they're a little different. So, this is for the solo game or the 2-player game, and there's 12 available action slots instead of the 15. But you'll notice there's no spot that is like a build and upgrade at the same time. There is
the special spot is solo.
Yeah, so one thing that I noticed in the 3 and 4-player board, every color had a way to build a city and to activate an action. Whereas on this side, only the green and yellow can build a city, and only the red and yellow can do action cards. In addition, on this side of the board, this is like the same exact as the other side, but the double farm or double science building is combined. Those 2 actions are combined on this one, whereas on the other one you have to choose there.
You can build a tunnel in every color too.
There isn't the crazy tunnel or get a bunch of stuff.
And there's only one way to get globalization points in this one, because it's like, well, it's just you and somebody else potentially.
Even though I haven't played 2-player, I really like this, because that's something that does bug me in games at the difference between 2 and 3 players, is sometimes it doesn't feel as tight, or it feels too tight in the other one, and this feels like the actions are different. They're different actions, but the outcome is similar.
Rex says, is this a game that you could play blind and stand a chance, or is it a game where you have to know the different strategies and possibly be a viable contender? So, John and I have played this before. Steve had never played this before, and he hadn't seen the majority of the cards. I had taught this to him a couple nights ago, and he had gotten a hand of cards, but stuff came up and we couldn't actually play. So he'd only see 3 cards before he actually started playing. So, and he got second.
My first couple rounds, I was just going off of card titles and immediate effects. But that is one thing that I do like about this is when you're choosing your hand of cards for the round, or when you're drawing, you're thinking about the cards that you're going to play in the next turn or the next 2 turns. You're not really keeping a card that is going to benefit you endgame, with the exception of some of these obvious endgame cards, which are also always available. So you don't need to rely on knowing that it's in the deck to plan for it exists. You can plan knowing that it's out at the start of the game. So I feel like that gave me somewhat of a chance, is knowing what cards were in the deck didn't help me, or it wasn't a huge hindrance, because most of the things were out. I could plan on which actions I wanted, even though I didn't know what cards I was going to draw. So
I think these cards actually help for beginners, because it gives you a little bit of direction. I don't think it recommends playing it the first time.
No, it's a variant for more intermediate play, but I feel like it helps give direction for players. It can maybe be overwhelming when you're like, oh, I build stuff. But there's always the thing of okay, but why do I want to build stuff? Why do I want to do things? Yeah. And the endgame points are still kind of abstracted and oh, well, you get 2 points for every upgraded desalinization plant. And it's yeah, okay, that's good to maybe shoot for, but you need more to run on for an early game strategy. So these help, I feel, with that.
Those help me a lot. I was going for the Triple City one. I got, I think, one of them. I was going for them that were out. That really helped in mid-game play for me. Also, props to the graphic designer for silencing the fake phone.
I think it would have been funny if they did red with
charge your phone. Sure, that was one thing I don't think we mentioned yet was speaking of playing it blind, the action cards are colored, but the icons are colorblind friendly. So
so one of the things Steve and I noticed. So each of on the card, the border around the symbol has a shape, a cookie cutter shape. You can kind of see it, even though it's not focused. And down here on the board, they also have that cookie cutter shape. Brilliant. So it's very subtle on the board for the green, but it is enough that you could play colorblind.
Yeah, and because the game uses red and green, that could be an issue. For sure.
With potentially one issue in the buildings. The green and yellow are transparent, so the milky white one I think is fine. I don't know if the green or yellow would cause an issue, but their differences might be enough that it is enough, or maybe it's
the hue
not.
is enough. It's not like it's. I mean, there are colors that could be closer together that they could have used for these that would maybe make it more difficult.
Yeah. So.
But it looks like they did put some thought into that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Vladimir Suchi has a lot of experience. He's produced a lot of great games with CGE and other companies, and this is his first independent. Delicious Games is he and his family's companies, and this is their first game, their first title, and you can tell that he knows what he's doing. Like he has a lot of experience. He brought a lot to the table, and like his family that helped him. They play a lot of games. They know how to do stuff. This is not something that I would be. I think a lot of people would be surprised and not believe that this is this company's first game.
Yeah, I think we've played it.
Like the rulebook's really good. It's a little thick, but it's good.
There's usually a handful of titles that we'll play out of SN where like our main takeaway after like a first game or two is like, oh, this game could have used more development, and like this, I don't really notice any areas that stand out as like, oh, I wish this was more developed.
This phone, I just want to.
But like one thing, I know a lot of games do this, but like the icon summary was pretty clear in explaining what these icons were. But also, I think pretty much every card had a graphical description of the text and the text at the bottom. Like when I first saw the cards, I was worried that the text was like some alternate effect or whatever, or flavor. It was kind of overwhelming. I was like, oh no, the text is just a clear description of what these icons are. So that also made it much easier for me to pick up and understand. So I appreciate that.
I imagine if this game gets popular, someone's going to do like a 3D printed like city, like building thing,
or like where you slot the things into the or laser cut,
right? The tunnels and cities.
Ooh yeah. So John, I think it was John Edwards, asked a little while ago, floor or shelf for this game. So if you're new to our streams, we have a rating system, which is whether or not the game actually makes it onto our shelf. The higher up the wall you are, the more secure you are as a game in our collection. We're pretty brutal when it comes to purging because we get so many games for streaming. Like the community in Portland knows that I do this. So
you have like a 8-foot game, 6-foot game, 4-foot.
Yeah. I think I've played this twice, which makes me comfortable for putting it on the second shelf, which means that it's like 3 feet off the ground. We have a first level shelf, which is for like strictly unplayed, but we're not sure even like some games they're unplayed, but we're like, yeah, we've read reviews, we think this will be good. This game would go, and then we also have games that we've played and we like them, but we're not sure what they would replace or where they are. And this would be on that shelf for me. Because Steve and I have not played it together. That is the primary reason why I would put it on that shelf. Is because a lot of where we put games depends on how Steve and I enjoy it when it's just the two of us. Yeah. How about you? You've only played once.
I've only played once, but I want to play it again to sort of see where it lands. I want to play it again 2-player. Like one of the signs of a game that I think I will enjoy and want to keep around is after a play, especially the first play, if I after the game start thinking about what I would want to do differently in the second game. And we will play games often enough where I don't think there's anything that is occurring to me that I would want to do in a second game differently than what I did in the current game. And sometimes that's false, or that's not always accurate, but it's like if the game is sort of pulling me in and saying, okay, think about what you want to do differently next time. Like this game had that a lot. That's a good sign for me.
Yeah. So it's the I will say for my personal stuff, there's nothing that makes me want to put this higher on the shelf currently. I would be comfortable if this left. I would happily play it again. Definitely it's a 7 for me, solidly on the BGG scale, which means I'm always down to play. I don't know if I would be like, ooh yeah, let's play Underwater Cities at this moment. But like I said, I gotta play it with Steve. Because a lot of it depends on how playing just the two of us goes. Because we're pretty well matched in this sort of game, as you can see from our scores. So, whereas John just...
Yeah. One thing I enjoy about games is sort of like mini goals. If I don't necessarily know what I want to do strategically, if I can figure out a way to block Tiffany and her like overpowered amazing engine of doom that she's trying to put together, that's something I can focus on. So like this game, I can see how I could block or mess with that in interesting ways, like play with player order, do an action that doesn't really do good for me, but I get the 2 thing and I bump up and then I get the special thing.
That was a cool engine you made.
The tunnel one. The tunnel engine,
Yeah,
and then I was like,
cool.
well, I've built too many tunnels now. It was good, but then it stalled out, and I even think in the middle of the game at some point, I was like, I've stalled out in a direction, because I no longer needed a lot of tunnels. So, yeah. Alright. Vince is telling the chat how he repainted 100 8mm cubes, and I have been thinking about this problem logistically, and like, oh my goodness. Yeah. Oof. On that painful note.
One thing also I'd say, the seam in this game is interesting, is that anything you can get to produce before the first 2 production things will help your engine in the last one, and then those things are only really useful for points at the end. Like, your awesome thing that generates science doesn't really matter, because it's just going to turn into credits.
Yeah, it's a balance.
It's interesting. It's like, get it all out early so it can actually produce for you.
Yeah, it's a balance of trying to do things, build things that will help you have income to get you through the next era, versus building things that will get you points, which will help you win the game. So yeah. Rex would like to play specifically chaotic games with us. Sorry, Rex. You can play with Steve.
I like a good chaotic game.
Steve likes a lot of chaotic games. There are very few in our collection that I enjoy, but we do still have some.
Hey, there are some games that we have that you specifically enjoy the chaos, which sometimes lets you jump directly into a sun and burn to a crisp.
Oh, Rex would probably like Zaya Legends of Egyptian? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Possibly. There's a lot of rules in there, but it is chaotic.
Nah, it's not that chaotic. Me just jumping around into suns is the chaotic part.
Sorry, I play with someone whose nickname is Chaos.
That's like the one game where I'm like, whatever.
Let's go.
Speaking of which, we're going to be streaming that next week for Thanksgiving.
Cool.
We are not going anywhere for Thanksgiving except for here. So we're going to order in food. Our fridge is going to be stocked with leftovers. So we're not even going to like cook anything. And we're just going to stream all day. And we're just going to stream what we want.
We may send the dog down the street to the pizza place to pick up the pizza. I don't know.
I think they'd be closed. But we're going to stream... We're going to just stream whatever games we want. Right now, on the table, we are thinking that we'll play Zaya Legend of a Drift System. That's pretty sure. We're probably definitely going to play Zaya Legend of a Drift System. And then we will probably also play Oclaretto Zularetto combined in the Mega Game, because we have everything I can find and purchase for those 2 games. So we're just going to play like a massive game of that. And I am really excited because I've wanted to do that for a very long time. And we're just going to stream it. We're just going to start the cameras, and I'm going to figure out how to do that thing where there's like a waiting screen and music playing when we're not live. And we're just going to start the stream, and we're just going to go until we're done. So you can come hang out. And also, I've been debating calling the thing Gamesgiving and just giving away games during the stream. So there's that.
Vince asked if we still have Nemo's War. It's the luckiest game he likes.
We do.
I will say, one of the things I like about Nemo's War is there's a lot of randomness, and then it's also a lot of mitigation. So, like, I definitely prefer games that have randomness when it's sort of built around mitigating that randomness.
Yeah.
And it's sort of to get, like, it's in a cohesive whole. Like, the game understands that, like, yes, you can take chances and also mitigate them.
Yeah.
So
By
I do like that.
injuring everyone.
Yep.
Yep. Rex
Sorry,
wants to know, are there any games where you can use a door as a mode of aggression? There's one in particular that you played with us, Star Wars, Edge of the Empire, but, can't think of anything else right now. Vince thinks Steve would like playing Biogenesis and Megafauna solo.
I don't know about either.
The really funny thing is...
Steve Evelyn games?
The really funny thing is, John actually plays more solo games than Steve at this point.
I do.
So John...
Well, it's been a while, though, but I do enjoy solo games.
Yeah, John and Steve both play solo games quite a bit. So maybe one of these days we'll just have John come over and solo stream for you all while we're just on the couch or something. I don't know.
Video games on it.
Yeah.
I enjoy solo streams when the game is played solo and there's multiple people watching or contributing or commenting or heckling or whatnot.
He likes it when I'm on the couch doing something else and he's playing a game and then I make smite remarks. He enjoys that. or I name his characters, or I come up with drama and plot points for them. That Thunderbolt Apache game, man. Dave. Poor Dave. Anyway.
And,
what was it? Was it Dave and Bruce?
I think I think it was Bruce and Dave, and then Leaving Earth, where was it?
Oh, I love Leaving Earth.
I mean, we were playing 2-player, not
that
solo.
That was a stream.
Yeah, that was a stream where you rescued.
Rescued.
Who did you rescue? Was it Steve?
It was. I think it was Steve. I jettisoned a capsule that had an astronaut in it, just because I was like, I couldn't bring him back to Earth. And then at the very end of the game, I was like, we're gonna go get him. So there's no rules for it. I was just like, we're going. Yeah. All right.
Interesting. All right, I'm reading about the BIOS.
Thanks, Vince.
Yeah. You can create vegetarian velociraptors and flying dolphins. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of streaming, we'll see you all tomorrow because we're streaming again. We're streaming every day this week. Weekday. We are streaming The River and Reichholt tomorrow, the new Uwe Rosenberg game. So we're going to be playing the Days of Wonder game, The River, which is a very light, kind of like medium, or like light intro level worker placement game, which you can still be mean in, and I love it. Spoilers. And then we'll be playing Reichholt, which is the new Uwe Rosenberg game about growing vegetables in Iceland, and then feeding them to tourists, which is importantly different from feeding tourists to them. So, yeah. We will do that. When are we playing Blackout Hong Kong? The patrons decide! So our Tuesday streams are actually, there's a poll, and our patrons vote on what we stream on Tuesday night. So Blackout Hong Kong was in the poll for this week, and Underwater Cities won. The next Tuesday poll will likely be between Blackout Hong Kong, Ceylon, Gugong, and Captains of the Golf. That's it. Yeah, those are the 4 that the patrons will vote on for next week's stream, and you only get 1 vote as a patron. So if you want to make multiple accounts and support me from multiple accounts to vote more than once,
stuffing the ballot box.
Your patron support helps buy equipment like the mic suppressor thing that is coming. I should change the camera. That is coming tomorrow to help, and it also helps.
Shock mount.
It is a shock mount. It's a very hefty one. Because I was like, we're not taking any chances. It also helps us purchase these games so that we can stream them, so we can help you all decide if you would like them or not. And also learn the rules and things like that. So yeah, and then the other thing is if you are a patron, you have an invite to my Slack channel, and in my Slack channel, I sell these games. So I will, when I have games for sale, I will often list in the Slack channel that I am selling them. So, but we try to sell them very fast. So it's literally first come, first serve. I let the patrons dwell on it for like a day, and then I post it on BGG. It's got to get out of the house. It's got to get out of here. We have too many games. You can't see that side of the room, but there's just we don't normally have a coffee table, but we have made a coffee table just to put games on, and there's several stacks.
There's not room for a lot of coffee
high.
On there, no.
Yeah. And then we have a bunch of bags that are like for toting games, and they're full of games to the point where they're overflowing with games, and there's games on top of them, and then our shelves are completely full. So, yeah.
By the way, the talk of the
yeah, a lot
the
of
talk of the game ranking system, you made me think, what if we put like a blended mural behind all the shelves that were like
we talked about doing that.
But like from under the ocean, like all the way up to in space. So like when you pull the game off, you would see like part of the mural behind it. And so the ranking system is basically like, Marianas Trench all the way up to space. Yeah.
It's a very finite scale. There's a lot. We'd have to.
Yeah, you'd just be able to see a slice of it.
We'd have to take all the games down and do it. So, yeah. Is your coffee table you made to hold games also made out of games? It's not, but it has been before.
Yes, we have done that before.
It's made out of our ottomans.
It's two square ottomans with the leaf for this table.
For this table, yeah. We do not use the colored post-it systems. Instead, we use the shelf hierarchy system. So, yeah. Because it doesn't matter if they have post-its if they're not on a shelf.
Yep.
So, yep. Awesome. I also have a spreadsheet running, and I made a post on the Patreon about the spreadsheet and how the spreadsheet's helping us go through the asymptotes. So yeah. But we'll be playing more games this week. You can find out more on the Patreon or on my Twitter. I've tweeted an image and a list of all the games we'll be playing this week. So there's that, and we'll hope to see you later this week. Yeah.
Exciting.
Thank you for tuning in and watching. Thanks for hanging out live with us. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you're watching live in the future, or if you're watching in the future and you're watching live now and you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to make sure you see more, hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell to make sure you get a notification for when we go live. This video wasn't on Twitch, so I don't have to say all the Twitch stuff because I broke Twitch. But yeah.
R.I.P.
Otherwise, we might be moving away from Twitch. I will probably still dual stream to both, but we're going to be focusing primarily on the audience on YouTube. Because now that Twitch just runs ads, regardless of if I want them to run ads or with whether or not I'm monetizing, it's just kind of for me.
And we don't know what those ads are, so we don't know what Twitch is advertising to you.
Mm-hmm.
When you're trying to watch your streams, that's a bummer.
It is a big bummer.
Yeah.
And that's how I broke Twitch today, is I was trying to figure out if I could do something to make the ads more specific, but I can't. So, we're done. Okay, with Twitch. Sorry. We'll still stream to Twitch, but it's not a priority anymore. Cool. I think Dice Tour give up on Twitch because it's not where their audience is at all.
Yeah, their audience are tutors.
Well, and they have such a large subscription base, it would be silly to change. Anyway.
Although Twitch does seem a little better about giving notifications. YouTube notifications do seem to be, hit or miss.
Yeah. And that's the bummer. Alright. On that delightful note, we're going to put this game away and maybe play another game.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching. Good night.